Hello, hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon here. Welcome back for more Fate Grand Order. Where today we're gonna continue the summer event because apparently I'm at about halfway through and there's only like 10 days maybe left in it. Yeah, it's not a lot of days left, and 8 days, so even less than I was saying. But yeah, so we're gonna be knocking out some more of the summer event today since there was the tsunami thing going on in Japan. And sort of that whole area, so kind of delayed the night rain thing a bit. So that's probably going to be Friday's stream instead of this being Friday's stream. But speaking of streams, follow me on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, like the video also as well. Subscribe to the channel, join the Discord in the notification down below. Comment on the video I already said, I think. Probably. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's all the sort of self-promotion that I need to do, so we can officially begin the stream. And as is evident by the stuff going on the chat on the side, already got people here. Hey Janice, welcome to the stream. Happy things. Infinity Lord, if you're still here from when I initially went live almost 20 minutes ago, welcome to the stream. Happy things. And J6, you aren't here. You already said you're not going to be here. That's what Janice is sort of saying. J6 sort of put -2 to Seba, and Janice just put her +3, so currently Seba is at the top of the list for the next servant to be leveled up. But whether that will happen or not today kind of depends on how much progress we make in the event. So I'm going to just click on here so we have a bit more of a festive background here. And I'm going to claim some stuff first before I actually jump into doing the event store, because I was told these next couple sections are going to be long, and that is kind of I can't say disconcerting. That is kind of, what's a good word for it? What is a good word? I can't think of a good word for it, but it's something to know. That's probably the best word I can come up with. It's something to know that these next couple nodes are going to be longer. Okay, that's all I can claim there. Hey, welcome back, Infinity Lord. Thank you for being patient. The two longest sections, indeed. I'm gonna claim all these CEs as well, because they're from the shop. And I've already claimed them before, so I won't get a special showing thing. Speaking of the shop, I'm slowly working my way through it. Very slowly. It's mainly just the 3 and 5 star currency for initial purposes until probably the post event, at which point more will probably appear. I imagine, at least. I can claim some of these rewards. 300 Brainy Curry unlocks 600. You'll still need to do the shop and some remaining stuff. Okay. 600 stakes, and knock to stage 3. Okay. Also, I may or may not have fixed the bitrate issue permanently here. You guys are just gonna have to let me know if the stream shouldn't be dropping frames anymore, but the quality of it may drop, because it was through looking I found that there's something called dynamic bitrate as far as the streaming setup that most people have checked and I do not have checked. In fact, I'm already seeing my microphone is unmuted but has no... Why did I just get a notification that you guys can hear me, right? Because I just got a notification through Streamlabs that my microphone is unmuted but has no signal. But I can see... Yeah, I can see the mic... Okay. Well, the microphone might cut out. Who knows? I don't know. Streamlabs is being weird. I really should... I was told to maybe move to a different platform, but I get sponsorship offers. Not that I've taken any. Taking a sponsorship is definitely on my to-do list of things. But, congrats on both of you for finishing the event. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But, I think without further ado, aka to not drag this out any longer, let's jump in to Section 7, Brilliant Week. So is this next quote-unquote week in-game going to be just sort of us chillaxing and stuff? Perhaps. I can see it. Because we have really no way to stop a typhoon. Why did that just appear? That usually only appears when I first jump in a game. The whole game mode thing popping up. Whether they're big... Whether they're too big to see, too small to see, too obvious to see, or too important to see, the creatures of this planet seem to have a habit of trampling what they cannot see. Truth. Oh, that's not ominous. Need. These creatures were pure, strong, and very much not from this world. Let's not need them. Okay, I thought those little lines under the symbols were, like, dialogue, but no. They're just part of the symbol. We had no means to communicate with them, and no way to understand one another. So when they decided to correct their mistakes, to say they did not know how to hold back would be an understatement. I mean, that's up to you. The challenge quests are for an initial completion, but also to sort of prove that you are capable of doing stuff. That's what we call foreshadowing, indeed. I was sleeping. Wait. Where are we? This isn't our normal hotel room. This is much more luxurious and spacious. Argist. As a maid. Huh. Interesting. Good morning, Lord Soul. I apologize for taking the liberty of opening the curtains. I've prepared a change of clothes for you in the bathroom. Would you like to begin your day with something to drink? Yeah, I feel like something's going on here. Did the most recent Return to the Past change something? Weren't you a firefighter, Bargist? I see you require an explanation. Then allow me to start over. Also, are her eyes always two-toned? Or I thought that was a thing for a higher ascension, like, unique. I thought higher ascension Bargist was the one with the two-tone eyes. She normally has double blues, doesn't she? Like, her base form, that is. I'm loading it up. Yeah. So, base form Bargist has two blue eyes. I mean, one of them has a bit of a red ring around them. Okay, yeah. So this is her... I mean, Final Ascension base Bargist has more black eyes than not, so... Still. But, huh. So this must be her second? Is she gonna be a summer servant without a swimsuit? So first ascension, firefighter. Second ascension, maid. I mean, I guess Balban kind of falls in that. Her first ascension is very swimsuit-esque, but I imagine the nerdy look is probably her second ascension, and that's not really swimsuit-esque. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lord Soul. I'm Bargist. Given the present extenuating circumstances, I've been named headmaid of this hotel. I've been assigned to your room for the duration of your stay with us. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. But I'm to be captain of the UDK. I told you there were extenuating circumstances. I have my own matters to deal with, you know. Alright, I nearly forgot it was time. I can see you have many questions and aren't sure where to begin, so I'll do my best to explain concisely. I may be the captain of the UDK, but that is strictly a personal nightly endeavor. The reason I came to the Singularity in the first place was to ensure this hotel is up to snuff. Up until now, I was able to set my own schedule, and therefore focused on my UDK activities. I mean... I don't know. I think Hawartoria's first and third ascensions definitely qualify as swimwear. I think it's safe to say both her first and third ascensions qualify as swimwear. I mean, her first ascension is certainly more modest than a lot of swimwear out there, let's be honest. But now that you are staying with us, Lord Soul, my priority will be here in this position. You are this hotel's most important guest, after all. As the head maid, it's only right I should be the one to serve you. Now I had best be on my way. If there's anything you need, and you are prepared for the consequences, please don't hesitate. The consequences. That's not ominous. Good luck, Infinity Lord. Good luck. Mash? No! Suzuka! Where the heck have you been? Morning, Master. How you feeling? Is it true you, got blasted here all the way from Waikiki when I heard I, had to come see for myself? Oh, wait. I know that face. That's totes your I'm acting bright, but I have no idea what's going on face, right? I get it. I'd be freaking out, too, if I, woke up and found myself in a strange hotel. I'd probably be wondering what I got myself into, or maybe what was in my cocktail. We've already experienced the cocktail once. Yeah. Tomomo made sure we already know what the cocktail treatment's like. I'd also think that, it's a super huge pain, but I totes gotta skewer all the shady bastards bringing there's a human trafficking operation going on. But don't worry, nothing like that's going on here. Oh, good. This is Hotel Briston. Morgan. It's a resort on the western side of Hawartoria. The place is a worry-free paradise. Gawain, as well. Okay, everybody's here. Well, everybody that was missing, at least. Pardon me, the head maid told me Master had checked in here. And it seemed she was telling the truth. Good morning, Master. Suzuka, Gawain, glad you're both okay. You were worried about us. That's not what she told us. Suzuka and I were told we could wait here for you. Because you were going to come check into Briston Hotel soon, so you could more fully enjoy your summer. Oh, who cares? He's here now, right? Don't be a worrywart, Kay. Now come on, let's go hit the beach. It's not too hot in the morning, so we can do all the wakeboarding and volleyball we want. So you guys probably don't know this, but in town, exposition dump. I see, I had no idea all that was occurring while we were standing by here. How could I, the Sun Knight, have been so careless? Who knows what I could have done with all the time I spent bodybuilding for the race? Bodybuilding for a race? What? That doesn't make sense. Thank goodness Sir Lancelot was there to help you in your time of need, at least. If it wasn't for him, the pride of all Knights of the Round Table would be in tatters by now. As for Sir Tristan, well, I'd rather not think about him at all. I thought something like that might be going on here. I feel bad and stuff for the Servantfest halls getting majorly messed up with and reset 3 times, but I really don't care about any requests from BB or repairing singularities or whatevs. So I'm not about to, pitch in with your missions or anything, okay? In fact, now that you're here, this singularity's basically as good as gone, yeah? All you need to do is complete BB's orders to make sure Servantfest finishes successfully, right? But there won't be any more resets. Today's day 2, so there's 5 days left to go. And those 5 days are going to be the last of our summer vacation. That's why that is. Want to take this one, Gawaki? How? I butchered that, but I don't know if there is any right way to say that word. I truly doubt there is any proper way to say this word here. Is it Gawaki? Gawasis? Gawasi? I don't know. Why, thank you, Suzuka. I must say, you are as naturally considerate as you are radiant. Gawachi? That makes no sense! Very well then. Allow me to tell you about the key to resolving this summer's situation, Master. That would be the Earthman Race, a major event held in the western part of Hawartoria. That's right, this year's Servantfest main attraction is not the Dojin Market. Instead, the Earthman Race will be the Servantfest event to draw the attention of viewers around the globe. The globe is kind of, limited to this singularity and storm border. So, I guess me being here would draw all the attention here, wouldn't it? Because I guess that makes sense. Maybe? Very lavish hotel. But yeah, this hotel is definitely Morgan's hotel. The Bristol. Like, Bristol. Or Britain. Yeah. It's definitely a Morgan. Really a luxury hotel if it's got its own beach. Indeed. Waikiki hotels are of course located in the city, so their beaches see all kinds of visitors. But then there are hotels like the Bristol here, which are located away from the city. That is why it was able to reserve a private beach exclusively for its guests. And they only have like a 50 guest capacity, so we're talking major extravagance. Excuse me. The crowded Waikiki beaches are nice, but these members-only ones are even better. The simulator's good at simulating experiences, but nothing beats the feeling of seeing something like this stretching out in all directions. I don't know who built this place, but I'm super glad they did. I'm gonna spend every summer here from now on. You don't know who built it, eh? Well... Gareth! Huh. What are you out of curiosity, Janice, what are you farming your bond points on? Hi, Master. It's me, Gareth. Say, were you just talking about who built this hotel? I've been wondering about that, too. Morgan and I both received invitations before he ray-shifted, but we didn't know who sent them. Huh, so Gareth, Gawain, Mordred all received invitations here. Wonder why. There's totally nothing connecting those three, right? I feel kind of bad that I still haven't been able to thank whoever's letting me stay at such a wonderful hotel. She still hasn't realized, Well, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I'd best not say anything for now. Of course, I doubt I could keep it a secret if Agravain were here too. Or Garrus. We have not seen... Do we know anything about Garrus? Actually, I'm gonna check. Do we know anything about Garrus? As far as the Fate timeline. I feel like he's been mentioned before. Class name unknown. Unknown servant summoned by Roncominiad. Was a member of the Knight. Brother to Gawain, Agravain, Gareth. Nephew to King Arthur. He and Gareth were killed during Lancelot's attempt to save Guinevere. He bestowed the condition battle must not be humane on Excalibur. Similar physique to Gawain, so... Okay. So he opposed the Lion King. He would be the cream of the crop. That's all we really know. So not much. We really don't have much information about Garrus. Other than that, he looks like Gawain, or has a similar build at least. You're farming Emiya, Parvati, Kucaster, to Bond 11, and Tyra and Nock. Okay. So Mordred turned down the invitation, huh? Yes, they said they couldn't trust Sir Jekyll to keep the place running by himself and left for the Waikiki Hotel. Oh, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. We have an emergency right now. Could I ask for your help, everyone? There's a large group of wild beasts I've never seen near the beach before, bearing down on us. A large group of wild beasts, so we're not, like, talking about Luluhawa giant chickens. Hey, Fabled, welcome to the stream. I'll be things. You finished the shop a couple days ago, now you're using it to farm QP. That's fair. Actually, thinking about it, I don't think I've ever finished an event quickly enough to make use of the fact that you can farm the currencies for QP. Oh, gracious. Who knows, maybe that'll change. Like, come on, Gawachi, Gareth, and like, any nearby Lancers are welcome to help too. Yeah, I'm pretty far behind. Should I? Can I just... I mean... Bond farming here, I guess. Backline's gonna be bond farming, so... Vargas... Mordred, and Crane. with some bouncies, because why not? And one more. There we go. Let's all go. Your summon hall was MP5 Cass. Damn! 4 Kuro, 5 Bazooka, 2 Malu, 2 Bao, 5 Bargus. Kuro's invocation able to get to 120. Damn! You made out like a bandit, Fabled. Like a frickin' bandit. I managed to get everybody I wanted, but it was not that easy. I mean, I got NP5 Cass was 750. Damn! NP5 Hawartoria with only 750 quartz. Damn. The only one of the 5 stars that has come home quickly for me has been Melusine. Melusine is like the only one that's been nice to me. But, glad to hear you made it out like a bandit, though. Congrats on making out like a bandit. God, 300 for NP2. It took me that much to get NP1 Bargus, I want to say. Bargus was like a pain to obtain. It took me forever. He was the last of the servants. I thought I was going to have another situation like with the original Fairy Knight banner. But I did get NP5 Chloe, NP5 Baobon, NP1 of both Hawartoria as well as... let's go here. Melusine, and NP... I want to say 3 Suzuka? Yeah, I want to say I got NP3 Bazooka. Yeah, that's pretty damn lucky. I wish I was lucky. Who knows, though? Maybe next year's summer will be a little bit more lucky for me. You were going for NP2, but you got her. Yeah, I was just going for NP2, but she decided to come home at 2K. The luck. Man, the luck. So, essentially, what it came down to was that, Anniversary came around. I pretty much burned through every single drop of my Anniversary quartz to get Morgan, or rather Ash. And then it was a, I did some rank up quests for a while to get more quartz, and I was able to get Melusine, Hawartoria, Chloe, and Suzuka through just luck before I had to, in the next one, like on the Melusine Fairy Knight banner, I had to actually tap into the Forbidden Right in order to get more quartz. Twice I had to tap into the Forbidden Right. You did 110 roll for Ash. Good freaking gracious! Also, Suzuka, that is quite the colorful NP. I wasn't saying anything about it, but that was quite the colorful NP of Suzuka there. You need that luck for Castoria. You rolled for Kita-san Black on MLB the same day for Uma. Okay, I know what Uma Musume is. I've never played it myself, and honestly, I mean, it just doesn't seem like the kind of game I would enjoy, to be honest. Plus, I kind of can't afford another gacha in my life. I've already got enough gacha. You're at 1 St. Quartz after this summer, so you're going to be forced to save every single quartz you can get. Can't promise that, though. Yeah, I'm pretty hurting as well, Infinity Lord. I'm pretty hurting as well. I'm pretty sure that, essentially, if I manage to do all my rank-up quests, that'll have an additional 180 quartz. But, again, I'm pretty much blind as far as the future goes, except for next summer. So next summer is all I know as far as servants, which means there is a very real chance that some other servant is going to pop up and scream, "Roll me," over the next few events, because there's, like, 3 more events this year, not including, summer. Or, not summer. Christmas. Good gracious, it's summer right now. Where's my brain at? That's the anniversary and one of the summer servants next year, I want to say, right? There certainly were a lot of them, but they weren't too vicious as wild beasts go. Of course, we did have to drive them off, since they were clearly intent on rampaging, even if it meant suffering injuries. Thankfully, only maybe 1 or 2 servants you actually want for next inning, but at this point you're satisfied you'll be willing to skip them. That's fair. Yeah, I'm just hopeful that I'll have quartz enough in stock. Still, they were far stronger and more agile than expected. Are you alright, Gareth? Of course, it was a thrill to fight beside you, Gawain. Oh, she's a collab servant. Gotcha. I thought, so are we getting 2 collabs next year? Because I know that J6 has been mentioning a Samurai Remnant collab. So we're getting 2 collabs next year. Okay. Oh, that's so nice to see a couple of siblings getting along so well. I love it. Although, I can't help but wonder, did anything seem off about those animals to you guys? Like, I'm pretty sure I don't remember any creatures like that from the last Servantfest. I honestly was not paying attention to what we were fighting. Truly was not paying attention to what was being fought here. I was just chatting. Luluhawa combined with yet another island. Wait. Another island? I didn't mention it. Luluhawa was made by sticking Oahu and the island of Hawaii together, right? So does that mean another Hawaiian island has been added on as well? Last chance to get Summer Mellow will be at the ticket you can get in the mana shop when they restock, because you don't have quartz, because you don't think I'll have enough time to get any more. That's fair. Yeah, actually, monthly reset does go off in a couple days. That's true. But is Servantfest about to be the next Halloween? Are we just going to keep stacking islands on like a puzzle until we have... Gosh, is Japan going to be attached? Let's see. We've already got Hawaii, well, there's Hawaiian Islands, so I guess they could just gradually add each of the Hawaiian Islands. And then Japan is relatively close. Possibly New Zealand? I feel like Japan is probably closer than New Zealand, though. But then, gosh... Then the next closest island nation would be... Like, the next closest island that I could think of would be Madagascar? Maybe the Philippines, I guess? That's a series of islands, but... I don't know. Close, but not quite, Gareth. There's one notable species of animal that doesn't exist on any of the Hawaiian Islands. There was? Wait, you don't mean the ones that stood out the most? Yep. Are you... I thought it was a joke. I thought their presence was a joke. Are you seriously saying that Hawaii combined with Australia? Okay. Okay. I see how it is. You updated your doors comp? Oh gosh, I haven't ran doors in ages myself, honestly, Fabled. I probably should, because I am not at the best QP count. I'm less than 300 mil. Those are only found in places like Australia, Tasmania, and New Guinea. So this island's name doesn't mean what we were thinking. Instead of coming from Hawartoria... No, I'm refusing this, Suzuka. I'm refusing this notion. I am refusing. I'm refusing this notion. No. No. This is Hawartoria. This place is Hawartoria because it was named... had Artoria's name mixed into it, and Nazu is trying to engage in Artoria erasure. Yeah, I'm refusing your reality and inserting my own. There are probably elements of that here. It would certainly explain why the island's northwest is shaped differently than before. My guess is that the part was taken from the northwest region of Australia. Yeah, I'm not believing it. No. I mean, sure, this place can be combined with Australia if it wants to, but the name is definitely from the fact that it's a play on Artoria, and Nasu is engaging in Artoria erasure. Yep, I'm rejecting the reality Nasu is trying to impose and imposing my own. Hey, it's the racing servants! The rest of the Summer Squad. So Summer 2 Squad is here. Okay, we're here. It's pretty far from Bristol, but this is where you apply to take part in the Earthman race. It's usually a triathlon of swimming, cycling, and running, but this year the rules are special. All you have to do is start here and make your way through 3 areas: mountain, lava, and ocean. Summer 2 all over again, truth. For the OC, you do Salter Black Grail comp. I wonder if I could pull that off, because I'm pretty sure I've gotten all of Salter's rank-up quests done, but I think she's only NP1. That might be an issue. Oh, not on foot, of course. You're supposed to use a vehicle. That's why there are so many riders here. Lava. Yes, but it's not flowing lava. Nobody could swim through that, let alone run across it. You'd be surprised, Gareth. You'd be surprised. The lava part refers to ground that's made up of cool, solid lava. Lava fields like that are one of the more popular tourist destinations on the island of Hawaii. They're entirely sightseeing-focused tours, focused exclusively on them. So you're running this race, Gawain. I am, or rather I was going to. I've been training with a bicycle I purchased for... a bicycle! Oh, that's a lovely mental image. Just Gawain, big-muscled Gawain on a small little bicycle, just pedaling. Why would you need to bodybuild for a bicycle, though? That, like, you definitely need to not skip leg day, I guess. But unfortunately I had to forfeit when I accidentally destroyed my beloved bike in the lava section during the preliminary race. Gawain was in first place for the entire mountain section. Damn! And I mean, assuming that all the Summer 2 servants have their actual rides, that's freaking impressive. I just wish you could have seen how magnificent he was pedaling for yourself, Master. Honestly, he looked more like a human tank than a bike rider. Good thing there was an off-road lava field section. Fortunately, our hotel has entered another competitor who I'm certain will win, so I can simply relax and enjoy spectating. For summer, you're going to do Ordeal Call Quest for Bond and stuff, maybe a few other things, but mainly Bond. That's fair. It's only too bad that Sir Achilles won't be taking part. Really, he's not, but I saw him around here the other day and he definitely seemed interested. Flashback! Didn't know they were holding a race, and the grand prize is 100 million QP. I'd like that QP. Now that sounds like a sweet, interesting challenge. I mean, how could I defend my title of fastest person to ever live if I didn't enter? Are you an idiot? Have you already forgotten your new duties? Who was it who said if you're joining the UDK, big sis, then I am too? Surely you're not going to tell me you mean to abandon your job protecting the woods so you can go off and play. Hey, we got Base Adelante again. I like that they're using her more. Because it definitely felt like for a while they were trying to supplement her with Berserker Adelante. Definitely felt like there was. Oh, is there? Another free 4-star ticket. That's awesome. Can you find a link for me of all the servants listed so I can go through it? Just so I can know who to possibly go for? Because if you do so, I may take up a new hobby of my own. It'll be using your beloved steeds' heads for target practice. Just because I don't want to get spoiled by anything. But again, that's news. I know, right? There's like no way Achilles of all people wouldn't be running this race. It really sucks. I seriously was looking forward to going up against the fastest rider. And that wasn't even the oddest thing about this event. What's going on at that tent? What's the oddest thing? I want to know what the oddest thing about this event is. No fair. How did you end up in the first place in the prelims? You don't even have a vehicle. Yeah, any racer who takes part without a vehicle ought to be disqualified. Look at us. We're natural-born surfers. We skate by on land as easily as we do on waves. Melusine! At least you guys are masters of making excuses. Are you that scared I finished in a 10th of the time of the one who came in second? Damn. You know, looking at Melusine here, I am a little concerned because of all the censorship BS that is going on around the world lately, I am a little concerned. I guess that Blue Archive, I guess it's another big gacha game, might be essentially getting banned in the UK, and I'm just a little bit worried. Just a little bit. Push comes to shove, I will get a VPN so that way I can keep playing, but just a little worried. Well, this is reality. Deal with it. Sorry, I'm just too strong. Also Australia, apparently. Australia is also getting hit with some some censorship stuff. Yeah. Melusine, I mean, you know, Melusine's got a good look here. She's also got some weird fist-based weaponry, because all rulers fight with their fists. Okay, most rulers fight with their fists. I should be correcting myself. Most rulers fight with their fists. As for my vehicle, see these wings on my back? That's my vehicle. They're just for show right now, though, since I still haven't got to really use them. Again, sorry, I'm just too strong. It's enough to make me sad, too. Any racer who finished the prelims more than 60 minutes after first place can't take part in a real race. So that means you guys are disqualified. Once I reach the goal, the race ends in 60 minutes. I don't want to wait any longer than that for my victory party. What kind of rule is that? Where's your sense of sportsmanship? The Earthman race isn't about speed, it's about being moved watching the racers give everything they have to reach the finish line. Oh, you want a participation prize? I've been handing those out already. Here you go. It's just a single ember of wisdom, though. Damn, Melusine is being... yeah, heartless! Damn! I just hope it does not make its way to be a more popular thing. Because, I mean, I know that people are fighting back against it. I know there's some movement because, I guess, Steam and itch.io are being forced to delist a bunch of games because payment processors are cracking down, but there's a movement going on to essentially spam these payment processors with stuff to get them to stop banning these games, so I don't know. It's just a little bit worrying. Hey bro, you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, let's show this little shrimp who the real top dogs are around here are. Let me see if I can't get that up easily then. I recognize her even with the mask. OMG, speak of the devil, she totes riling up the other racers again. Boop. Okay, it's not gonna show up because thankfully I've got everything else being taken priority, but okay. Don't worry about saving our master. Part of her is enjoying this. I can't just stand back and let her and do nothing. There's no honor in that. Come on, let's go mediate. Hey, you two, what do you think you're doing? I'm actually opening it up now just so I can see who's all there. Oh, and I was so close to convincing these guys who's sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. The eye sparkle. Master, you finally made it. I knew you wouldn't miss the real race. Come on, let's go to the beach. No, wait till tomorrow. Come on, let's go shopping. Did you know they're already selling merchandise of me here? I want each of us to buy a t-shirt of me coming in first place in the prelims. Hey, don't ignore us. We're still here and we're still mad, and we're not done arguing. Looks like we just have to tire you out so much you won't be able to race anymore. Really? Trash like you's gonna tire me out? Oh, how terrifying. Eek, save me. You will, though. Right, Master. Save me, I mean. Come on, this will be a fun workout. Yeah, Melusine is a little gremlin. She's a little gremlin, but, you know, nothing wrong with her. Just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with Melu. She is definitely... what's the best way to phrase it? She's definitely on the... Depending on how her story appearance goes here, she may well see some rise of the stonks in the waifu rankings. Maybe. Just maybe. No guarantees. Nope, I did not click you, Caskill. It all depends on what kind of showing she puts on this summer. There we go. And let's just get some Bond CEs going. Three. There's only the 3, isn't there? Right? Is it only 3? Bond CEs? I think so. In that case, I think they've got the 4-star CE going on. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Alright, so Sabers. Roland is a possible choice, maybe. But beyond that, I've got pretty much most of the Sabers that I want there. Master's here, no holding back. I'm gonna do this. I'll blow you away. Yeah, I kind of doubt that. Looks like Melu's already full. I guess I get to give Melu a shot before I actually get leveling her up. So, 1 Guts. 1 Guts. Melu has a AoE. Okay. So, increase attack for 3 turns with overcharge, crit strength for 3 turns, special attack to all Earth enemies. First skill for Melu is Fairy Pack A, Arts for 3, crit for 3, spec attack against Chaotic for 3, damage cut to all allies excluding yourself. Second skill, Azure Arms Mastery. Crit Star Gather Rate for 3, crit stars each turn for 3, crit stars each turn if near water or aerial, crit stars plus gain crit stars, plus gain crit stars if... Hang, so it's crit stars per turn if she's near water or aerial, but if she's not, and if she's also near water or aerial, she also gets just a flat bunch of crit stars. But if she's not on a near water or aerial, then she just gets crit stars, right? Seems to be the case. Blue Horizon, NP Gauge, NP Strength for 3 turns, and Invincibility for 2 times for yourself. Okay. Definitely a bit of a mouthful skill. Also, give Melee some boost in here. Let's see what her NP looks like and her damage numbers. Whoa! Is that an Nemo? Fucking jet planes! That's awesome. Okay, that's an awesome freaking NP. I love that NP. Fighter jet Melu indeed. How much does this do? That's a pretty good boost as far as NP gauge. Probably do something like this. Back to this, so archers, is there anybody there I really want? Not really. Same thing with lancers. Right. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any lancers on there. Riders. No. Casters. Not really. Assassins. Berserkers. No. Honestly, Gorgon might be my choice too. It's kind of shocking to realize just how many of these 4 stars I already have. No way, we're supposed to be able to adapt to any class, no problem. Oh yeah, that was Pretender and Alter Ego too. for the enemies. I see, you must have wanted to race really badly. I understand how you feel now. I'll talk to Her Majesty and have her change the rules for you. First, I'll call you an ambulance, though. Her Majesty. Yep, Morgan's in charge. You didn't flinch? Yes, that's a ruler for ya. Right, I tried to tell Mr. Humanity that I wasn't cut out for rulerdom, but he insisted I become one. Wait, what? Hang on. Hang on. I thought the spirit of humanity was Ayala? Yeah. So does that mean all the jokes about Ayala having a thing for white hair and tan skin is a lie? Gasp. Gasp. Also, this also kind of implies that since we are humanity's enemy for using the extra classes, what could that mean? Humanity rejects us because of our overuse of the extra classes, and then it gives one of the servants obsessed with us an extra class. Suspicious. Wait, did you just call the rules that govern our world Mr. Humanity? Quit that. Also, you toads has to be a ruler, right? You can't, like, pull the wool over my eyes. Oh, Suzuka, you're here too. How come? What do you mean, how come? Master only just got here, so I'm showing him around the city. Duh. It's all part of our sightseeing. I'm here on his protection detail as well, but I certainly don't feel like I'm on the job. I see, you came here to show Master around the city, not see me set a new record. Well, that doesn't interest me, so I'm going back to the hotel. Especially since we can't hang out, just the two of us. Master, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon at the beach. Okay. Wow, she's being really forward, isn't she? It's fun. It's summer. I'll allow it. I mean, fair. There is a lot of summer servants that are in the extra class, after all. No battle node. Okay. Hotel restaurant after dinner. 4 more arrows, yes. Alright, we're gonna call it a day. See you tomorrow at breakfast buffet. I'm gonna head back to my room after working out at the gym. Did you know the gym spa is like baller as hell? Anyway, if you got time to kill a master, you could always hang out at the lounge bar. Just tell them what kind of drink you want and they'll make it for you, even if it's just like a soft drink. Time really does fly when you're having fun. It does. Good. Hearing such things makes me glad to have built this hotel. Yep. Morgan! Could have done without that left image, though. Lady of the Water. I know you've yet to greet me, but you needn't feel bad. I found you upon your arrival here, so I already have seen your slumbering face. I've also received news of the commotion taking place in the east. Knowing you, I'm sure you couldn't abandon your friends in their hour of need, but you still took far too long to arrive here. None have kept the Queen of Winter waiting as long as you. You were waiting for me, Morgan. Taking a late lunch, are we? I see your hands are still quite full. No matter, hard work is important, but take care not to overtax yourself. Go on now, and I'll get back to it, and try not to take too long. Oh, I do vaguely recall this. I do vaguely recall this interaction, but Morgan, you can't be so kudere about things. Yep. That's what that meant? I gotta blush. So you misunderstood. Troublesome, but at least it explains matters. This is Briston. I prepared this hotel so you and I might spend the summer here. It's a paradise free from the turmoil plaguing the eastern part of the island. I encourage you to forget your obligations and take all the time you like to relax here. As for the Earthman race, I arranged it to give us a spectacular final event with which to conclude our summer. It'll begin in 4 days' time on day 6 of Servantfest. We can enjoy it together from my VIP setting. Goodbye. Hang on a second, Morgan. Is something wrong? You all servants know how the singularity is dangerous, and if anyone could steal it from BB... So that's sort of an implication. I'm sure you know how dangerous singularity is. I'm also sure you're capable of stealing it from BB. So the first one is sort of, like, subtle. The second one is more of a blatant accusation. Which choice? I think Morgan prefers directness. Excuse me. Oh, that. True, the singularity is quite dangerous. If left unchecked, it would wipe out 80% of all life on this planet. Not that it is any of my concern. If anything, that would make it easier to build my kingdom. That being said, I do realize that such an outcome would be unacceptable for my husband. Accordingly, I have devised a means to prevent it. That plan is the Earthman race. Once the race is concluded, the singularity will disappear shortly afterwards. Rest assured that I will take care of this problem. You need only enjoy the special summer here at the Briston. Guess you're not really behind this, then. You consider me a suspect all wounds me. But it is, I suppose, understandable given how few people would or could take such elaborate overtures. Oh, I just remembered, I have a question for you too. Have you seen Balbon anywhere? You see, I invited all of the Tamlin of Fairy Britain to spend the summer vacation here as well. Balbon's room was used on the first day, but she hasn't returned since. Of course she is a Tamlin, so I'm not concerned that her life is in any danger. But I am her queen and should still be aware of what's happening with her. Tell her about Miko Seer. Just because you're my master doesn't mean you can do whatever the hell you want, alright? So don't you dare tell Mother about this. If you do, I'm gonna seriously die. I'm not joking. Aw, we're not gonna say... No, we gotta tell on her. Balbon deserves grounding. Haven't seen her anywhere. I see. Well, she's coming of age. Perhaps she was merely drawn to the excitement of the eastern city over the peace of my hotel. Also, Morgan has fairy eyes. There's no lying to her. So she's just letting this lie skate on by. Very well, if you do see her, be certain to let me know. Fail to do so and your life is forfeit. Master or not. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Yeah, this is quite the rock and a hard place situation. The Daikokuten! Oh, Master, I'm sorry you had to see that. Your bed is all made now. If there's anything else you need, please let me know. What were the Daikokuten doing here? The Daikokuten are employed here as maids as well. This hotel is far too large for me to cover by myself, especially since I have no prior maid experience. They have been excellent at helping me learn the job. But never mind that. I can tell you of something else you wish to ask me. By all means, how can I help? Explain the situation? I see. So you wish to know how to leave this hotel and return to the east side. Unfortunately, with High Queen Morgan's bounded field in place, I'm afraid that won't be possible until the race is concluded. We do have shuttle buses that go to the east, but they are reserved solely for tourists. What about a way to contact Waikiki? Yes, that would be possible. I could pass on a message from you myself. Since we have a new UDK member station there, I think we should use UDK's network. Oh? Lady Castoria. She told us she was impressed by the work the UDK is doing and joined us a few days ago. I suppose she must have kept that from you. Indeed. I'm told she's a diligent worker, and her explosion-based extinguishing methods have proven effective at fighting fires in both city and forest. That? Yes, explosions can be used to fight forest fires. However, her post-work meals have also led me to an increase in our labor costs. I can only hope my salary from working in this hotel is enough to cover everything. Can't you handle them? Suppose your head looked powerful enough. I suppose you're right, but... be direct. dare you say that to... No, there's no reason for me to be angry with you. It's the truth, after all. Okay, so that is a sore spot. Yes, Castoria is a glutton. That is a... I did not think that was a sore spot for her. Like, just based off of the Ascension dialogue, for her base form, she seems to have come to some sort of... Not necessarily understand... I guess an understanding is probably the best way to put it with what she once was, because she seems to have a measure of control over the Calamity Beast form in her third ascension. Compare that to Baobon, who her third ascension is what she was like when she was strung up and before she jumped into Sir Nunus' pit, and also has memories of all of her previous traumas. Yeah. Baobon's third ascension is kind of one of the most heartbreaking of them all. There's no reason for me to be angry with you. It's the truth, after all. I'm scared to go to the city. There are so many fires burning on the island. My wounds don't ache in the forest, but if I saw a fire breaking out in a city, I don't know if I could stop myself from succumbing to my true nature, my black dog curse. So I've been entrusting the matter of urban fires to the other UDK members. Anyway, I just got in touch with Castoria. She should stop by in the next day or two. Barghest. So she still has trauma. I mean, I guess it makes sense. We've not really had any like, outside of Ascensions and Bond lines, we haven't really had any one-on-one character development with Barghest. Day 3. Good morning, Lord Sol. How are you today? Breakfast buffet is being served in the lobby. High Queen Morgan will be dining with you, so I ask you not keep her waiting. Is Morgan a glutton as well, since she's technically a Saba face? That'd be an interesting twist. Did you sleep well? You do look more well-rested today. Hey Morgan, you mind if I go get something to eat now? I heard that Daikakuta will make you an omelet with any fillings you want, so I gotta try one with triple cheese. You needn't go and fetch your own food, Habitrant. These are special seats. Be patient. Barghest will bring us the tastiest morsels the kitchen has to offer. So, okay, Habicat's here as well. So Habicat must... I mean, I guess all of the dojins are done back in the east area, so it's more just a matter of getting them printed and trying to get Servantfest going. So Habicat does have the free time now. Oh yeah, I kind of like picking my own food, though. But you seem happy about this, so I guess it's fine. Come on, Sol, sit down. I'm surprised you knocked your fork off the table as you sat down. Are you unaccustomed to places like this? Not made much progress in poker, guys. Got several times 40 plus, nothing after 55. Most times end before reaching 30 due to how difficult. You can do it, Infinity Lord. I believe. Well, pay it no heed. We're in the tropics, after all. I understand. I mean, I think the only fairy knights that have not... It's only been, really, Barghest and Melusine that have not gotten much character development. Morgan is sort of spread out between various things. Like, she was in the Water Crisis event. Sort of, like, as a bit of a side character more than anything, but still there. Baobon had Mr. Guy's Symphony. And Morgan sort of was a shadowy figure there as well. So, yeah, it's mainly Barghest and Melusine that have not gotten much development character-wise. See, you totally fell off. Not so easy to stay on that surfboard, is it? I can't even tell you how much of the seawater I drank before luring Tang 10. How strange. No matter how stable the surfboard is while I'm holding it in my arms, it's still difficult to keep my balance once I try to stand on it. It seems I underestimated the power of the ocean's waves. But no more. I may have executed a most unknightly belly flop with the last attempt at this, but this time I will stand. Gawain doing a belly flop is a hilarious mental image. You found a swag route? Nice. Good luck with trying the swag route. Do you get any bonuses for completing it on the swag route or anything? I got the hang of it pretty quickly. Well, maybe it'd go faster if you got Mordred to teach you? Mordred? No, absolutely not. That reminds me, I would be deeply grateful if you all kept what transpired here to yourselves today. Okay. Suzuka, you probably shouldn't have that big, weird, flowy thing around you if you're in the water. Just saying. I think I'll go relax on my own for a little while. She did say tomorrow afternoon at the beach. She did say tomorrow afternoon at the beach, didn't she? And... okay, I honestly like this look. This is actually a pretty solid ascension. Hi, Master. I'm glad you kept your promise. Yesterday I was dressed for battle, but today I made sure to wear my special summer swimsuit. I guess I'm so cute you can't even look directly at me. Oh, you're so weak it makes me want to eat you right up. Why are we... hang on. That's just... this is just being mean. Come on, we don't need to be mean to Melusine. This is just mean dialogue. Better get back to my investigation. Wait, you're actually leaving? Wait, hang on, I was only kidding, okay? I was just so happy to see you. I got a little carried away is all. I've been waiting for you to show up for days, you know. Yeah, that's a true statement. That is a true statement there. Dragons hate mornings. Dragon can hate mornings, because I do not like the mornings. I really don't. Yeah, that's a very, very true statement there. I think that's all I need to say, which is just evidence that I am a dragon, because roosters love mornings. I mean, there is the whole stereotype of farmers being woken up by the cawing of a rooster, and I hate mornings, just like Dragonkin, because I am a dragon. So, proof is in the dialogue. But since we already know that, let's see what the other one, you've been on the... so has she really been here the whole time? That's right, I've been spending my mornings in bed and my afternoons in a beach chair enjoying the sea breeze. Now here, Master, why don't you sit in this chair beside mine and we can relax here for the rest of the day? What, seriously, who comes to the beach and doesn't even like swim or play volleyball or anything? Don't listen to her, soul. Summer will be over before you know it if you just do everything she wants to. I don't know why Dragonkin's sense of time is so screwed up, but I'm sure as hell not putting up with it. You know? My sense of time is, like... I'm not even joking here. My sense of time can get really screwed up. Like... good gracious, my sense of time gets screwed up so badly. Like, I think I'm writing something for hours at a time, but it turns out it's only been like half an hour. On the treadmill, 15 minutes feels so much longer than it actually is. Cooking, even when I set timers for cooking, it feels like the 3-minute intervals between when I first put the pork chop on and then have to flip the pork chop over for another 3 minutes. Those separate instances of 3 minutes feel so inconsistent. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying, Jenna. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge that until just now. I was more going off on a Dragonkin rant because I am a dragon. I can't believe someone's trying to come between us already. What was the High Queen Morgan thinking, inviting so many outsiders? I guess this means you and I won't get the beach all to ourselves until after the race is over. After the race is over? What are you up to? Neutral about mornings, sometimes good, sometimes bad. That's fair, Infinity Lord. I just don't like them. Nothing. I just know it's fated to end up that way. No one can beat me. I can't wait to make you eat my dust on race day. Also, like, the pattern on her wings is interesting as well. Excuse me. But... be gone. That bot was created 2 days ago. Yeah, I do like the pattern on her wings there. It very much gives reminiscence of the Albion pattern. That bitch. Oh, well, I'm for sure gonna teach her a lesson. But that can totes wait till race day. Right now, it's just the three of us, right? Trust me, going into the ocean is way more fun than just lounging in a chair. Hey, why don't we get a boat and take it out to the bay? Oh, that's an expression. Interesting. Expression there, Melu. You want to go to the bay? In a boat? Not right now, no. It's number 6 on the list of things I want to do with you. I see, you just don't want me there with you when you go. Is that it? Man, she's actually bummed. I didn't know this list of hers was so important. Alright, forget the boat. How about we dig for clams over at the shoal? Karen said she was, like, super struggling with all the hermit crabs there, and you haven't moved all day, right, Mel? Why don't you get in some exercise before the big race? Fine, it's humiliating to have you look out for me like this, but I also get fed up with those crabs myself. Follow me, Master. Tropical Island or not, I'm still Albion's corpse, the pinnacle of all phantasmals. Now I'm going to prove to you that there's more to my dragonhood than just lying around on the beach. Okay, fair. Let's see what Mel's got. Bringing Summer Suzuka. And, well, I'd love to bring Scotty, I gotta bring Cass. You know, it just makes sense. Mel is an arts-based servant after all. And again, I kind of wish these settings would save. Why these settings do not save, Lord only knows. Do you want me to compare how difficult Poltergeist? Sure. Go ahead, Infinity Lord. Exposit on how difficult it is. Let's all go in the meantime. I'm getting some flashbacks with these hermit crabs. I'm getting some hermit crab based flashbacks here. No, and that could be useful. Okay. Sure. And then Morgania Hermit Crab. Interesting. Gotta brew coffee, get breakfast. Okay, Janice. Comparable to Insanity called Windy Landscape. Easier gameplay-wise than it, but could be harder. You do how annoyed. Can we do play how many blue spikes? Slightly harder and easier as well. Again, I am really liking Mel's engine here. It looks awesome. I'm not immune to explosions being cool. I really am not immune to the fact that explosions are awesome. And she still punches! Okay. Let's go again now. You think Windy Landscape is better level, better song, better gameplay, more enjoyable, and better to look at? Out of curiosity, Infinity Lord, is Geometry Dash one of those games where you kind of need to be listening to audio as well? Like, does the audio beats help out with the, movements? Is essentially what I'm asking. Because I know some games are like that, where if you follow the beat of the audio, you can have an easier time. Rhythm. That's the phrase I was looking for. I was struggling with phrases there. Is it like a rhythm game where if you keep in beat with the music, it's easier to do? Because I am horrible at rhythm games. What's a Morgania, anyways? Those things were strangely strong. And what was with the last crab? Oh man, sorry about that. That tropical mystic creeped me the hell out too. But hey, at least we worked up a good cold sweat, right? So now that we've worked out, let's go invite Gareth and going back to the hotel restaurant for dinner. Why don't you come too, Mel? For you, Master? Gladly. I don't mind being social as long as it's in moderation. Introverted Melusine. Also, so that is, her fisticuff weapons are different from the lower ascension, but they do look reminiscent of her blades in her base form as well. Overall, I do like Summermel's design. I really do like it. Another arrow. More battle. Get a quick drink. And unknown. So, Lamb. I should have changed that. Medusa. That's my bad. Sure. That sounds like a plan. Day 4. Day 5. Day 6. Wow, we are really losing track of time. West Hawartoria, Earthman Race Day. I've been nothing but relaxed since I got here. I'm glad to hear that. While you were bravely scratched the surface so far, you should at least have some idea of the pleasures a resort has to offer for a summer getaway. Just know that a more fulfilling... No, that your true vacation begins tomorrow. Prepare yourself. Don't pop up out of nowhere, Morgan. This is my hotel. I come and go as I please. But never mind that. It sounds as though you're still concerned about the festival in the east. Servantfest has failed many times already, yes? Don't concern yourself with it. Focus instead on my race. The race is sure to succeed. Yes, each participant shall praise the great feats performed, and so summer will draw to a close with the greatest possible excitement. Looking for the race. Servantfest is important too, and it'll succeed too. As I told you, that is impossible. Would you care to know why? Because the Oceanus, the living storm deity attacking the island, is a being of my own crate. Morgan! Why'd you make it? How else was I to ensure you would finally come here? At any rate, Servantfest is doomed to fail, because it will never satisfy the Normalization Committee's conditions. For that matter, it's impossible for anyone to satisfy the conditions this island requires. I will instead erase the singularity my way. Regardless of who took control of it, the singularity's conditions remain the same as those BB originally laid out. Once the Earthman race comes to a successful conclusion, the resulting excitement will cause the singularity to self-destruct. The only thing you need to do is not interfere. I'm not going to interfere. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it too. So what's the special prize? So there's a special prize for the winner? Whoever wins the race shall be granted a full week alone with you. This is news. Since when did I become a trophy? And given that Morgan calls herself our wife, why is Morgan pimping me out? Spend together until the singularity disappears. Melusine is my loyal knight. She's entered the race as my proxy. Okay, so she's not pimping us out. She's stacking the deck in her favor. Her victory, therefore, will be mine. Flawless plan, I must say. She is stacking the deck in her favor. At any rate, I must be on my way. Someone will be along later to fetch you. In the meantime, I'll put up a bounded field around your room to make sure no unwanted pests may disturb you. Oh, she knows Hawartoria is on her way, doesn't she? I'll check it out after stream is done, Infinity Lord, just because you can't really do that while I'm streaming. Well, I can, but it will also... I won't be able to see it just because of the position of the FGO on my computer screen. So, yeah, I'll have to check it out after stream. Thank you for your patience, everyone. At long last, the day of the Earthman race has arrived. The race will begin in 3 hours. Now that it has been announced that the winner will receive a week with Master as well as 100 million QP, the stands are practically vibrating with excitement. Calm down and think. Wait. Whoa. Yarndu equals knock. Obvious. Dark Fairy King. Reason for unsealing the cave. What are the conditions Morgan mentioned? I don't know. Since when is there QuickTime events? Since when does FGO do QuickTime events? I want to read stuff. Can I go back and see? So there was 3 decisions. Okay. First time. Is it the last time? Also, we have dialogue box. It's not much of a dialogue box, but we have another dialogue box instance. Times like this call for an imagination fight. Imagination. Imagination. Knock Dark Fairy Queen. What are Morgan's conditions? Interesting. Oh, does this... Hang on. Does this mean that... Does this mean that your choices determine what you fight? That's actually interesting as frick. Man, I want to know what... There has to... Okay, I need to look up to see if there's a compilation of what all of the choices are. So, let's try FGO Summer 2025 all combinations. This is 2025 Section 7 all combinations. No kill like overkill. Engage. Okay, excuse me. I did burp a little bit, but yes. There is... Okay. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. So, per what people have found, there will be 3 unskippable questions at the start of the battle. Each question lasts 10 seconds and decides between 1 of 5 enemies that will appear. If no answer is chosen, all 5 enemies appear. So you have a chance to have 15 servants. Well, no, 15 enemies in general, it looks like. So, for the first question, you could be up against Castoria, a kangaroo, Maeve, who we got, Suzuka, or Kangaroo. For the second question, you could be up against Baobon as Kate Ku Priestess, Merlin, or a Violent Kangaroo. And for the third question, you could be up against Chloe, Barghest, Melusine, a Kangaroo, or Morgan. I find it hilarious that there is a chance that you could be up against triple Merlin. That sounds like hell. Like, imagine if they just all kept cycling their invincibility skills. Good lord. Just realized showcase but people just use swagger you are unaware of. Apparently you can skip strip order to make it more difficult for yourself, but you're doing it the normal way. That's fair. Like, honestly, that's a brilliant way to do things, and I hope It's a little stressful, I'll admit, but I hope we get more of those in the future. I don't know. Of course you don't. You couldn't possibly solve all those problems. Not to mention you're going about it all the wrong. I'm pretty sure you're overthinking this. Who's speaking? From the bathroom. Who's hiding in my bathroom? Oberon, why are you in my bathroom? That's a new level of creepy, man. That is a new freaking level of creepy. Whoops, you were just being so pathetic, I couldn't help but offer some advice. But I've said my piece now, so I'm just gonna get back to my break. I really don't want to deal with Morgan after all. Bzzz. You got some nerve showing up here. Morgan! Hey, no, stop that. You know she can't take a joke. Besides, I took a big risk sneaking in here for you. Look, let's just put the last week behind us for now. You've got more important things to worry about at the moment, right? All those problems you were murmuring about, there aren't actually as many of them as you think. It only feels overwhelming because you're thinking about them all separately, at times like this. Whoa, hey, Oberon. Okay, thank you. So you can separate them into groups, right? Okay. So, wholesomeness only won't... The Hawartoria genre does not need to be wholesome only. But, so yes, this is connected to the mysterious light, which is connected to Knock, which is connected to the singularity being stolen, which is connected to the conditions for Morgan mentioned. An evil, LOL, maiden serving the forest deity, the Dark Fairy King's reason, the deal with the forest fires, frequent water leaks. I've not heard anything about the water leaks. Why are there legends of 3 calamities? Why is Suzuka refusing to help? Why did I loaf for 4 days? Chloe needs some rest soon. Only 2 hours till Earthman. And who took Hawartoria's swimsuit? So Oberon said... So, the final one is Oberon? The answer to C is Oberon. Hey, Jigster! Welcome to the stream. Howdy things. The firefighting fairy? Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Oh, no. 3 plus 3. So that brings UDK Bargus to the top of the line. Oh! But Infinity Lord is boosted in Mellow Summer. Oh, Mellow Summer is tied for UDK Bargus. Dun dun. And Mellow Summer is taking the lead. As it currently stands, come end of stream, Summer Mellow might be getting the full treatment. Any problems that don't fit into these categories are just background noise, so don't worry about them. The problems in Group A all revolve around one question: why was Servantfest regulated? The problems in Group B all focus on these enshrined deity calamities, those you can handle with brute force. And the problems in Group C are all just personal stuff for you. The more earnest you are at a resort like this, the worse things are going to go. Being a model student is great and all, but why not try being a little more vocal about your true feelings? Not me. Not to me, obviously. I mean, to be fair, Infinity Lord has kind of been pushing Summer Mel up for quite a while. Janice, meanwhile, has been fighting to get baseline Seba out from the -5 area, and was actually starting to work on Bunnytoria, who's at -20 right now, I think, because J6 keeps pushing down the Sebas. But very good chances that, at this point, Summer Bargus will be Monday's Servant being leveled up. Never told you my true feelings, Oberon. Yikes. Anyway, first off, you need to do something about the Earthman race, or you'll never get to A or B. Morgan's people winning is pretty much the worst way that they could go, and the only servant with a shot against Melusine is Achilles. If you just play by the book, it's pretty obvious who will win. Luckily, you already know Melusine's weakness. Just take advantage of that, and you'll have a real shot at beating her. And if you don't want to rely on your allies, just imagine the reactions if you won the race yourself. Alright, I'm done. And with that, the mysterious Fairy King, whose loyalties remain unknown, vanished in like a midsummer night's dream. So we know Melusine's weakness. Okay. Do we have a phone in this hotel room? Because I think it's time to make a booty call. I think that is Melusine's true weakness. I think that'll get her to not win the race. Honestly. Like, it'd be a perfect way to do it, right? Am I wrong in that it would be the perfect way to distract Melusine from the fact that there's a race she needs to do? You know? I don't think I'm wrong on that. No battle node. Next stream you gotta do it. Very real possibility. Ah! Ouch, hot, hot, hot. Did you have to go that hard with your sacred sword, Kawachi? Oh, really not the time for that. Are you okay, Master? The head maid told us you were here, so we came to rescue you. Head feels like it's gonna explode from thinking so much, but I'm all good otherwise. Oh, so you're totes fine? I thought you were gonna be like an ice sculpture or something. Perhaps the Morgan we Knights of the Round Table knew might have done such a thing, but that is not the style of the Lost Belt one. Nonetheless, the fact remains that you are being kept here against your will. As grateful as I am for her invitation to this hotel, I could not let her get away with this. So I destroyed the bounded field and the door to your room in one fell swoop, though of course I could not have done so without Suzuka's divine spirit power. You hate the name I gave Summer Melu? But she is! The baseline Mega Dragonite is so weird and kind of sucks. And this is... Okay, you know what? No, I've already... It's already set in stone. I can't change it. And I was kind of put on the spot, okay? She came home a lot faster than I expected, and I thought I would have some more time to think about a name for her. Okay? Oh, was I really that divine? I didn't know you were such a smooth talker, Kawachi. Anyway, now that we know you're okay, Master, let's get back to the eastern side already. About that. Finally figured out why you said you weren't going to help. Alright, I thought that was a strange thing to say as well, but now you know why. Oh, I know you hear about your missions for Chaldea and your obligations for me. Summer should be about enjoying yourself. Rage. I'm sorry, Jakester. Don't be angry. Don't be angry. Summer Melu will be off the list after today. At this rate. Unless somebody else comes in and just pours points to knock her down some. Like, duh, I'm still gonna work a little bit, but yeah. Besides, in Hawaii, it's totes normal to work 4 hours and spend the rest of the day drinking, laughing, and having a good time. I see. Setting to one side the veracity of that claim, I see now that I wasn't taking your feelings into consideration, Master. DB's request is strictly a submission. Our main mission should be to have the best summer vacation ever. So thanks for helping me have fun the last 4 days, Suzuka. I see. I'm glad to hear I wasn't imposing on you. Alright then, Master, what do you want to do next? You totes want to get back at Morgan before we bounce, right? What if we, like, mess up her room as a prank or something? Something even more fun in line. We're gonna enter the race and win. Hell yeah! I did say it's like fine to enter as a pair as long as you've got a vehicle and a driver. We're so gonna punch through that checkered flag and win this thing together. Wait, I just realized something. I'm sorry to rain on this beautiful friendship parade, but as a knight it's my duty to warn you. I'm sure you remember that Melusine is racing as Morgan's proxy. You may be just as fast as her, Suzuka. But the added weight of having Master with you will make winning difficult. You're gonna do plus points to Saber out of spite. I have no idea why I did that, Infinity Lord. I have no idea. But I love the fact that there is... It's fun competition. I think it is an interesting and fun thing to do with my channel points, you know. I do when I get the webcam up, I definitely need to add exercise, like making me exercise for channel points as well. Definitely need to. Oh man, you're right, Kawachi. I didn't even think about that. I've got a foolproof plan for dealing with her. Well, really? You know how to teach that smug-ass, stupid, fast dragon chick a lesson? What is that you're writing, Master? A statement of position. These are my conditions for the race's grand prize. I'm sure she'll go along with it. Yeah, like I said, I definitely need to add more things to do with channel points. I did add some, but they're kind of more meme than anything. But when I get my face cam working, aka when I get into just a little bit better shape, because I am doing a lot better. Like, in the past 4 months of exercising, I'm pretty sure I've dropped at least 10 pounds. My next weigh-in is tomorrow, and then I'll have a better idea of how much I've lost. But I had a laugh track. Put it in the streaming suggestions part of the Discord, because otherwise I will probably forget. But yeah, so I do think that I will be, once I drop a little bit more weight, I will probably get the face cam back out. Because already down 10 pounds, I feel like I'm in a lot better shape than I have been in a long while. Like, I mean, I'm doing 200 sit-ups in one set, so I think I'm on the way. The one time you gave a minus point to Abby. Yeah, I recall that. Poor Abby. What did she even do wrong? Indeed, with those rules, you might have a real chance to win. Very well, as much as I dislike being around Lost Belt Morgan, I shall deliver your letter. How dare you, plus Bartholomew. I hate him. Well, I don't... Okay, hate's a strong word. I don't like him. That's a better word. That was Section 7 at last is done. And we got a new node. One that I will not be able to slam. Because it's sabers. Brilliant Week. Part 2. But yeah, definitely some longer sections here. You were telling the truth, Janice. Definitely some longer sections. Master Suzuka, Gawain, over here. All the other racers are already gathered at the starting point. Go on, don't worry, I'll take care of the registration stuff. Seeing all these faces at the racetrack takes me back. What are you doing at the starting line, Soul? Shouldn't you be in the gift box where they'll be presenting to the winner? I only think of one person who would say such a bizarre thing in a demure way. Are we gonna actually get an explanation? Are we actually getting an explanation for why Hawartoria is in a bunny suit? But yes, stretch time. Stretch! Oh, I just accidentally cranked my headphones volume up to max while doing that. Oh, but that was a good stretch. Slid almost out of my chair. Hey, where do you think you're going, Castoria? You're not done tuning up the chariot yet. If I'm gonna lend you my chariot, I expect you to win. Got it? I took the roof off so you'd stand out. Try to win over the crowd, too. Imagine you're singing a song on stage or something. No! It's stretch. It is stretch, not screech. That's hilarious. But no, I'm pretty sure... I don't want to kill everybody's eardrums with a screech. I would rather not kill everybody's eardrums and cause other people in this house that I'm in to worry. My chariot is the embodiment of my authority as a queen, so the more people that cheer for it, the stronger it gets. If you can draw enough attention and support, you should be able to go fast enough to make first place a real possibility. So let's go get that prize like Morgan's fancy favored racer in the dust. You can even take all the QP and I'll settle for just the prize. Doesn't that sound fair to... What are you doing here? Did you come to cheer us on? I took the words out of my mouth. I see Castoria really fired you up here, eh? Indeed, I never thought I would see a girl who looks just like my king wearing such a cute outfit. I'll remember this for the rest of my life. I may well flash back to it every time I wield Galatane. That's right. The trio are huge simps for Seba. Then nobody said Gawain would be here too. I mean, this outfit was all the Normalization Committee's idea. Well, really, it was more of Nock. I mean, Yarandos chose for me before I even said yes. It's fine, you can just call me Nock if you want. Besides, I've been calling you Hawartoria instead of Manny. More importantly, I'm very glad to see you're alright, Soul. Gotta see if we can beat Poltergeist's Day of the Monthly Manor stock for a good luck charm. That's not a bad idea. Infinity Lord, that is not a bad idea at all. We were all really worried after you disappeared from Waikiki, but then someone from the UDK came along and told us you'd be recuperating here for a while. But the next day, we learned more about this race, and... yeah, as if Morgan running it wasn't a big enough deal, when we saw you listed as a victory prize. So we talked it over among ourselves and decided Nock and I would come take part in the race to try and rescue you, and now we find out you're here. What have you been doing all this time? You better not have been getting all chummy with freaking Morgan. I see you two have gotten close. Just deflect, deflect, deflect! Oh yeah, we've been spent most of the last 4 days together. After I grabbed her hand and basically saved her life when she got blown away in that storm. We've been singing songs together, going shopping, and you know, this and that. Damn, girl, so you got yourself a bestie at your vacation spot? That's so sweet. I'm, like, happy for you. Hey, exactly, we parried like a boss. But see, Hawartoria is rekindling her friendship with Nock. I'm fine, you don't have to worry anymore or participate in the race if you don't want to. Why wouldn't we? You're the prize, right? Yeah, of course we're still gonna compete. I mean, I'm sure Morgan is up to something, so as a fellow, you know I can't just do nothing, right? The race will begin momentarily. All competitors, please make your way to your starting positions. Alright, we'll talk more later. If we're gonna race, then we oughta, like, enjoy it as much as we can. Oh, but first... that's the outfit we've seen before. And again, that's certainly an outfit. I'm giving the hot pink leopard bikini a break and switching to this dazzling Surefire classic resplendent with summer radiance. That is not a classic in any stretch of the words. Now this is what I call a red hot summer outfit. Suzuka goes in vacay, the ultimate heavily maiden has arrived. So what do you think, Soul? There's no possible way you and I are walking away with anything but first place now. Attention all racers, we will begin in 10, 9, 8. Oh, one last reminder. Fighting between racers is permitted. A loss in battle will disqualify you from the race, so racers are encouraged to not hold back. Another death race. Alright, 2, 1, start. The Earthman race has officially begun. Again, I definitely think that we could have won the race far more easily if, you know, Suzuka and Gawain could have gone off to do the race themselves, and then I just need to send out a booty call to Melusine, like, 10 minutes before the race, and that would distract her for long enough for Suzuka and Gawain to win the race. Right? I mean, Melusine's obsessed with us, so it would work. Battle node. I think I'll get away with this party. And let's go Crane. And let's just go. I don't know what currency or whatever to farm here, so I'm just going with what I've already got set. Quick drink. Ishtar, Nito, and... oh, Nobu. Nobu. Melusine just went zoom. Hilarious. Nice. Very nice. I have no idea what you just said there, Suzuka. Absolutely no idea. Yeah, I think that this is gonna be pretty self-explanatory as far as the difficulty of things goes, because Lam Lam can bring the slam jam. Oh, Ishtar. Really? Oh, I didn't even realize there was another one. Mysterious Rider, A1. So, one left of invincibility. Trying to think the best way to penetrate that is probably gonna be... Dupe, Dop, Deep. Only maybe like 50% of your attempts get past away, not 630 because of how hard it is. That's, I mean, Geometry Dash does seem like a more difficult game. Also, Infinity Lord, you never said, excuse me, but is Geometry Dash a game where, like, you have to listen to the music? Where, like, it helps out because it's sort of a rhythm game, and if you tap along with the beats of the music, the levels are a little easier, or does the music play more of a distraction role in things? The lava course. It does help? Okay. Interesting, very interesting. Also, I have no idea what enemies I'm facing here. Saber! Fran! Raiko! Helena. And Melu is still dashing off ahead. Again, we had just gone with my plan. Then Melu would not be taking the lead here. And why didn't we go with my plan? I think it was brilliant. You guys think my plan was brilliant? Either here in stream now or in the future watching this on YouTube, was my plan brilliant or not? Jeez, no, Lam Lam is melting Fran. I almost feel like I'm bullying her. And that kind of is a little bit worse thinking more, because Fran kind of considers Lam Lam a mother figure, so yeah. You've been farming hotels. Oh, that's actually interesting to know. Is there any node that drops the Etherlight Converger, or I can't remember what the other thing was from OC1. Is there any of the OC1 nodes or materials being dropped in better than the OC1 stuff? Madness Orbs, that's... thank you. The Coastal Chorus. Just keep going. Top 150 levels in Geometry Dash are insane. Bloodless former top 1 like 6 years ago is never... Damn! Difficulty scaling indeed. Oh no! Hawartoria! We must fight you. Also, why the heck do you have 2 floating swords? What happened to your animals, Hawartoria? I don't think I've honestly ever seen her in this Ascension. Or so. Like, in battle. Also, since when were the Lancer Artorias? Why are they here? Why is it not Goddess Rongominiad? We should have Goddess Rongominiad here. Damn it. And that should have also been a hint to the future of the, King of the Wild Hunt, as well. Servant, summer form. Or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, we definitely need more Lalter lore. She needs to have a summer appearance. Come on, give us summer Lalter. We should actually be getting summer servants soon on the JP side of things, right? The summer events for them tend to be August or September, I think. So we should be we might be getting some summer spoilers soon. Yep, the swords are just floating there. Menacingly! In the sea. Forming a party immediately before the battle begins. Okay. So far, Section 8's not feeling like a very long section, by the way, Janice. It really isn't. We're in 2nd place. Alright. Hell yeah, but I can't take all the credit. Your magical energy is why we're going so fast, Master. My summer nitro boost alone wouldn't last this long. I thought we didn't have much in the way of magical energy. Hey, watch it. Oh, that's an expression. Oopsie, I was so infuriated by what I just heard that my hand keeps slipping on my bombs away button. Riding all alone with Master is bad enough, but now I hear you're getting magical energy from him too. No fair. Damn. Does this bike have any higher gears? I hate to say it, but this is just as fast as I can go, and it looks like Melusine still has speed to spare. Plus, since the last course is on open sea, there's no mountains or buildings to get in her way anymore. The only way we're gonna catch up to her is if we, like, get really lucky with a tailwind or something. And we'll be fine. Somehow. Attention, everyone. We have a late announcement. There's been a change to the race's rules. Our final area was originally going to be above watercourse on the ocean. But since then, a certain expert has pointed out that it doesn't make sense to not have a swimming and a triathlon. Her Majesty High Queen Morgan has agreed, saying, quote, "How astute of my husband." As a result, the final course has been shifted from above water to under it. Please note that any attempts to fly over the course or drive atop water surface will result in immediate disqualification. Huh? Underwater, as in swimming? Oh yeah, not that you mentioned this is supposed to be a triathlon, isn't it? Well, that's no problem for me. My bike's totally outfitted for, like, water resistance and oxygen provision. I mean, I've gotta have stuff like that if I'm gonna hang out with Otohime in the Dragon Palace. Anyway, get ready to get wet, Master. Otohime. That's not Osakabe Hime, is it? No. It's a Kyo face. Otohime is a Kiyohime face. It looks like in some event. Okay, thank you, Suzuka, for making me spoil myself. Dang nabbit. Suzuka made me spoil things. I now know there's an event coming up called the Dragon Palace. How could you, Suzuka? How could you? I don't think this is going to be enough to let me catch up, though. I mean, she was, like, born from a lake, right? And didn't she, like, spend all of her stay at the hotel on the beach? So she's got to be even faster on the water. How come she's freezing up? Sorry about this? Flashback? You want to go to the bay in a boat? You don't like the idea? Not right now. Number 6. So this is just a rehash. Wait. Not a fan of salt water. Oh. So that's why she spent all her beach time in a chair. She, like, just didn't want to go in the water. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go full throttle. This race is as good as won. Oh, poor Mel. Now I feel bad. I feel like we're bullying her. It's not that I can't... She cannot swim. Oh, no. I really feel bad. Why are we bullying her? Why are we bullying poor Melusine? Now I'm feeling bad, man. It's not like I can't swim, I just don't like the way seawater sticks to me is all. Maybe if I use my max firepower to evaporate the seawater. No, I'd definitely get in trouble for that. Alright, I'm out of here. And now a message from Melusine from High Queen Morgan. Do not even think about forfeiting. Continue the race or I will reveal your secret to the world. You're here on behalf of Fairy Britain. Failure is not an option. If you must drown, so be it. Oh, not even Aurora was that bad. Man, I feel bad for Melusine now. Sweet, the seabed's been worked to make it easier to drive on. Man, I'm so glad my bank's amphibious. Only 10 kilometers to go now. Hang on tight, Mass. I have no idea what you're saying, but I guess you mean business, huh? Fine, let's do this whole final battle thing. Ascension. Again, could do without that first image. very much getting a sun motif from this one. Very much a mix of swimsuit and sort of her, like, final... It's kind of a mix of... It's a swimsuit variant of her final ascension in her base form. It's not bad. If you're ways away, listen up. If you're close by, see for yourself. While you see gods focus up and make some noise, the wait for the rising and setting of the sun is finally over. This is me, my summer nirvana, Sunbeam Garden. Get ready, everyone, because Suzuka Gozen's about to make off with every fox's greatest prize. Okay. Okay, I'm guessing we can at least use Mystic Code, otherwise I was going to complain of why the heck are they giving us a choice if there's only one? We do get Mystic Code here, okay, but still. I hate when it's like, they give you an illusion of choice here, when there's only one frickin' choice. But this might be a difficult fight. Huh. That can probably wait until next round. Yeah, against a ruler as well, unless Melu starts getting some debuffs here. This might be a challenge. Two invincibilities left. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain. Yeah, because now Melusine's about to MP. Am I supposed to... Okay, I have an evasion. Something... Is it a full turn of evasion? It's one evasion, so I think I'm dead this turn. Full quick blast. I don't know, maybe, maybe not, but this is... We're finally getting into a challenging fight. Also, I saw that ignore invincibility on that MP there, Suzuka. Yeah, that was not a lot of damage. Okay, she can't NP. Poor Melusine. Again, I feel bad. I feel like I'm bullying. Or quick hit like a truck. Good to know. Let's try Buster with double quick then. We got it. Okay, that was lucky. That was lucky as frick. If Melusine had NP there, I don't think I would have survived. So we got lucky. Excuse me. And the penultimate node of this one. Yes, I did. There is no OC1 drops. And the finish line! Woo! We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray! We did it. Suzuka and Soul have just crossed the finish line. And there goes the checkered flag. It's official. The winners of the Earthman Race Bristol Cup are Suzuka and Soul. Woo! Ho ho! Well done, young ones. I don't consider this a dark horse victory at all. As I suspected, you are indeed the child of prophecy. You must be the one who will save Hawartoria. You're the guy who will grant the wish of Wanjina? Maybe I might be butchering that name. The great spirit who dwells in Australia. But this isn't the end for the race. The typhoon's heading this way, and it will lay waste to everything. Who is this guy, and what is he talking about? Yes, he's Morgan Freeman. That was a blast. Way to go, Suzuka. No way, Master. That was our victory, and we showed Dragon Girl what to. No, like, he's definitely gonna go back to Norm. I am. Yay! Also, oh no! So either Morgan lost control, or Morgan's throwing a fit. Melusine, even if you merely are a corpse, I still expected better from Albion's left hand. Very well, you leave me no choice. I'm going to push the Oceanus button. What? Hold on, Morgan, you can't do that. Just because the race didn't go how you wanted doesn't give you the right to ruin it. You do this and you can forget about your bridal gauge just getting empty. You'll end up deep in negative numbers. Don't try to stop me, Totorot. I'm a queen. I must avenge any humiliation I suffer with all haste. I would disgrace all of Fairy Britain if I were to let anyone but a fairy take first place. Morgan, I'm your friend, and I can't let you commit a crime like that. I will stop you even if I have to throw myself in your way. Having said all that, I do not wish to see my bridal gauge in the negative. Very well, just this once I'll defer to you and refrain from... Oh no. No, it wasn't spiteful. It was a mistake, oh no. Oh, happy cat. Underwater Sir Nunus. Dun dun dun. Man, you gotta feel bad for Oceanus. His fur's gotta be very much matted. Actually, would it be? Or does fur only become matted when it dries while being wet? Because, I mean, I wonder if Oceanus had been under the water for that long, maybe his fur isn't matted and it's just still wet. Possibility. Oh crap, we're definitely gonna get caught in a whirlpool. Look at it, you definitely can't escape. How could this happen after we won and everything? Did Morgan do this? I wouldn't put it past her. She tries to resolve everything with force applied from a distance. This seems all too familiar. Come on, don't tell me you're giving up already. Is that really how all this year's top rider's got to show for herself? You beat a whole bunch of rivals to make it this far. Don't let a little storm stop you now. No way, you're... Francis Drake! Congrats, even from a distance I could see that was some spectacular driving. Makes me want to try navigating the 7 seas on my own motorcycle, just to show you what I can do when you combine engineering with hopes and dreams. Foreshadowing of a future summer Drake? Were you off in the bay? Sure was. I wanted to compete in the race too, but my golden hind here wouldn't exactly be a good fit, right? So I decided to just watch from the sea. Eventually, probably. Of course, it wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that idiot Blackbeard. He asked me to keep an eye on things in his stead because he was too busy with the club stuff. I swear, he had a feeling for something bad was going to happen at sea. He should have been here himself, if you ask me. Still, it was also pretty obvious he was making an excuse to give me a turn, so I'm not too upset. Aw, Beardy. Anyway, ladies, I got you here like I promised. Now go kick this thing's ass. Thank Captain Drake. I knew we could count on the British Navy. Well, I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed on my family's behalf. I will say I cannot let Lady Morgan get away with this. Rest assured that I can still fight perfectly well even at sea. If I must, I'll banish this entire typhoon with sun's rays. I'll help too, of course. It's only fair that High Queen Morgan faces some consequences for this. Let's do this. Right. It's time we're going to all work together as one team. All together now. 3, 2, 1. Curse you, Morgan. Oh, it wasn't Morgan didn't do it this time. She didn't want to empty her bridal gauge. It's fine, everybody. It's fine. Morgan is not to blame. Also, can I choose a random support? I can. Good. Okay. I need a Cass. Doria here. That'll do. And then, Nope, that's for later. Yeah, we'll go here. Because I was using Hawartoria for a party. We're going to switch out Scotty for my Cass. And then the back line is going to get swapped around. I kind of doubt there's any drops here. So we're going to go with the Bond CE. And then just bonding CEs. But first, you're good. Crane. And then I'm gonna have to switch all this back at a later point in time. But that's fine. I don't have space for all this, do I? Okay, that'll have to do. Let's go! Oh shoot, I forgot to change Hawartoria. I forgot to change her CE. That's my bad. That is totally my bad. Also, what the heck is going on here? Calamity, resistance to all attack, which increases with Storm Layers. Apply a Storm Layer at the end of each turn. Low chance to apply a Storm Layer when attacking. Storm Layer when attacks. Remove one Storm Layer, and when removal is successful, recover HP, absorb HP, decrease defense for a single enemy. So it has 3, 4, 5 Storm Layers. We'll gain a Storm Layer at the end of each turn. I do not have a Brave Chain, sadly. That would have made this a lot easier. So we're gonna just get rid of 3. I can tell. It's good. So that's another 3 Storm Layers. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Oh, come on, Cass. No guts, no glory. We're just gonna do things in a bit of a different order. Oh wait, we got a lot of boosts here. I just saw that we just got pretty much every bonus. I guess it makes sense. She would be an anti-Cernunnos weapon. She would be an anti-Cernunnos weapon, wouldn't she? Raging Winds intensify. Another 3 Storm Layers, 4 Storm Layers. So 5 Storm Layers again. Okay. We have a Brave Chain this time, though. So we'll activate Brave Chain Contingency, get rid of 4 of those Storm Layers, which will bring it down to 1, so possibly only 2 to deal with in the next thing. Which, oh, no, 3, damn it. Cernunnos would get that, wouldn't he? It's fine. Second verse, same as the first. Go Hawartoria! Prove your might! Excuse me. That was not that bad at all. Thank Hawartoria. He did drop event stuff. Oh well. NP compilation. While you see gods focus up, it makes noise. Wait, now it's thinking. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the NP compilation. I like how they're actually blending them together. And with a different background as well. Come on, show us some more. Give us Gawain. Give us Hawartoria. Give us Drake as well. Come on. Aww. They could have done so much more. And so with everyone's hearts united as one, High Queen Morgan's Oceanus was beaten black and blue. The race continued uninterrupted, and Lady Suzuka Gozen and Lord Sol were officially declared the winners. In spite of all that happened, the Earthman race concluded to a resounding cheer, a wildly successful end to the race. Daikokuten, signing off. Thank you all for listening. Hey, good job, Daikokuten. Good job. Everybody's mad at Morgan. I know what you wish to say. As the ruler of a nation, there is but one thing for me to do. I am somewhat sorry. I find myself with... I may slightly regret what I did. That wasn't actually Morgan's fault. I'm the one who messed up. Now that my plan has failed, I have no longer any reason to detain you further in Bristol, Sol. Aw. She's covering up for Happy Cat. Return to Waikiki if that is what you desire. I promise that Oceanus, the ocean calamity I created, will not make another appearance. I mean, we're gonna go back anyway, so... Was there anything else, Sol? Morgan looks genuinely sorry now, so if you have anything other questions, I think now's your chance to get some answers. I have one. Also, Hawartoria's swords had, like, vines growing on them, it looked like. What are the conditions of the island that you mentioned? It speaks well of you that you noticed that. Very well, I will gladly answer. The island desires a fantasy that everyone gets along. Needless to say that such a thing has never been possible and it never will be. Erasing all conflict from human societies of which humankind can never hope to achieve. No comment. Because that is a very, very sad thing. I mean... Technically speaking... Given that the Storm Border is the only real source for humanity left on the world, it could be said that all of humankind is working together. Oh. Yay, we get 100 million QP! Woo! Free 100 mil! That's a lot of farming I don't have to do now! And so, Sol and his companions left Bristol behind. The crown jewel doujin for the Servantfest was complete, and the copies had already been printed. With Morgan's selfish plan thwarted, Servantfest successful was all but guaranteed. We took a long shuttle bus back to Waikiki, taking in the many beautiful sights the western side had to offer on the way. Why is Castoria? Actually, there's still the point of who stole Servantfest? Who stole the Singularity? We still have no idea. Uh-oh. Thought the disasters were supposed to be over. Senpai, congratulations on winning the race. I saw the whole thing on the live stream. Okay. Mash just happily smiling and congratulating us while in fire. That's great. But unfortunately, you'll have to tell me all about it later. Right now, we're dealing with an emergency. It's over. We're done for. The beast gods cursed us. This is our divine punishment. It was just a brief moment of weakness. We knew it was wrong. We really did. Yes, Mash, thank you for watching my live streams. I mean, she's right down below the stream. Don't you see? She's right down there with Arash and Melt. I definitely need to update this, though. I really, really do. We just couldn't make any headway on a rough draft, and coming up with a plot was so boring. I ain't sorry. What's wrong with living your life your own way? Besides, all they're doing is running their mouths. We're the ones in the trenches doing all the hard work. They got no right to be judging us. Ain't that right, everyone? Well, yeah, I guess maybe you're right. We didn't do anything wrong. We were just forgetting our book for a while and having some fun. What did you say? This is Chloe, isn't it? Yep, it's Chloe. Once they started talking about slacking off and everything, I kind of guessed that it'd be Chloe. Trash who can't meet deadlines has no place on this island. We're sorry. Godzilla Chloe. Yeah, that... I don't think that was on anybody's bingo card. Bye! I understand very well how you feel, Master, but please, stand your ground. I think that's Chloe. She's been gone for the last few days, but now she's shown up as a calamity. I believe she dressed like one of the legendary shamans of Hawaiian culture, and that she falls under the category of dangerous beast. Mash, do you say weirdly incomprehensible nonsense, or is this more of a one-off? No, actually, you know what? Mash has some experience with dangerous beast. Oh man, this is bad. She's dripping with divine spirit level magic and entry. Did she eat something weird over the last few days? It shouldn't, even be possible to grow that large. It's more possible than you think. She's been working too hard. Much, much too hard. All she wanted was to make good books, to take good care of the artists. To make good quality work, to keep the artists safe. But then when those pure, earnest feelings smacked into the contradictory realization that no one was being helped. It awakened the beast that dwells within her. Now the only thought in her head is, if it's kill or be killed, I'll be the one doing the killing. And if all publishers, artists, and readers go away, everything will be peaceful. I see, so you're saying the power she usually kept hidden to protect herself is now running amok to help her survive? No, I'm saying she's filled with anger and hatred for artists who won't meet their deadlines and armchair critics who say they could do better. Gotta love Dangerous Beast, though. It is an excellent CE. 4 insane demons you've beaten as the hardest, only 2 were beaten as the non-hardest. Okay. Bond 6, Cascu, congrats. Janice, congrats. Also, I'm making my deadlines, Chloe. I'm making my deadlines, that's all I'll say. I even go so far as to say she's become the 3rd calamity, the calamity of editing. Sacrificing Beardy would appease her. Don't be ridiculous, are you even hearing her? Her cries are far too anguished to come from a place of anger and hatred alone. No, she's been possessed by spirits. They must have resonated with her when she was at her lowest. We need to hurry and purge them from her, or we'll all pay the price. There you are, Big Brother Soul. I'm going to destroy everything, including myself, and finally be free of this hell. This can't be the final Chloe. Who turned off the TV? Attention everyone enjoying Hawartoria, I'm afraid we have some unfortunate news. As a result of extingent circumstances, Servantfest has been cancelled this year. Sure. In accordance with Servantfest Normalization Committee regulations, we will now initiate a reset. We are all responsible for this state of affairs. This time I think that is a true statement. We advise Servantfest attendees to reflect on their behavior, and hope you all continue to enjoy Servantfest. For once, the Restoration Committee is saying the proper thing, because they are all responsible for Chloe being in this state. Okay, Section 8 was not that long, actually. It really was not that long. Okay. Quartz, 100 million, yay! Okay, cutting it a little closer. Okay, that's actually very easy. Section 9, the Alliance Strikes Back. I'll do it. I was gonna say, I'm gonna possibly call it if this next one's a long one, but you know what? Section 9's a one-arrow node. I will happily do it. Happily do it. And complete my training. When did their first will come into being? How long has their environment existed? It's very unlikely any human knows the answer to these questions. It's possible a dragon with their extremely long lifespan may have been there to see it. But since old dragons tend to forget most things, dismissing them as irrelevant, they probably wouldn't remember if they had. Though they are visible, humans cannot see them. While humans may sense their presence every day, they can never truly know about them. But their wish was clear to see, so much so that humans of the time drew it on cave walls out of sheer terror. Don't want. Although they did not come from this planet, they had no idea what they were or where they did come from. Truthfully, they never gave these questions any thought because they couldn't care less about themselves. All they cared about was the planet that stretched out beneath them and the creatures that lived on that big island. We don't want to disappear. And so they chanted this wish day in and day out until their voice could speak no more. Kinda sad. Servantfest Day 2. Oh no. Miu and Ilya are here exasperated. Alright. Let's get this third Calamity Countermeasure Conference started here. I'm so sorry, it's mortifying that Chloe is the newest Calamity. Don't apologize, Ilya. We all figured Chloe would do something like this eventually. I really hope you're wrong about that. Please try to calm down, Ilya. Worrying will just make you feel worse. I can understand how hard it must be to see someone like Chloe, who's practically the same person as you, turn into a giant rampaging monster. But it's okay. I'm sure things will work out somehow. Is this you trying to cheer me up? We've been taking advantage of her kindness. True. Soul is exactly right. No matter how superhuman a servant may be, everyone has a limit. It's time we began dividing responsibilities for each club among ourselves so we can lighten Chloe's load. The real problem is what comes afterward. We were truly fortunate for this last reset, but for this intervention we would probably all be dead by now. After all, we cannot very well bring our sacred swords to bear against an innocent young girl, can we? Tristan doesn't have a sword, he'd be fine. Fine, but we can't, just leave her like that. Where is Chloe now, anyway? I heard through the UDK network she stopped around Diamond Head. They said she's sleeping right now, probably worn out from all that commotion. Although... So Chloe ended up like this because people were slacking. She's been working too much, of course. Banyanma, thank you for the tea. Editing books for 6 clubs at once? Pure insanity, chirp. That we failed to notice the warning signs she was getting reflects poorly on us all. Oh, I had no idea editing was such a demanding job, but, what exactly is so demanding about it? It may not be physically tiring thanks to the internet's ability to let artists and editors collaborate remotely, but the mental fatigue takes an unimaginably heavy toll, chirp. In particular, you there, delinquent alter trying to hide. Confess your sins and make your accusations, chirp. Shelter, no! I wasn't hiding, I was just slouching. Anyway, I've always been great with my editors, so I don't know about any damaging psyches or whatever, but if I had to guess, it's probably things like worrying about when the artist who's supposed to be their partner will finally finish the damn draft they promised to! Assisting the artist directly by inking the rough draft themselves to help them get over the finish line, only for the artist to decide to make last-minute changes to the plot, making a completely different rough draft and going with that instead. Dinging a character's description on being insensitive to the represented group, only for the artist to barrel ahead with it, claiming freedom of expression. Oh no, it is Miu and Ilya's fault primarily. Oh no. Editing a doujin is demanding. You have past experience? Yeah, Again, I've made no secret that I'm trying to write things, and I'm debating if I'm going to do this seriously, if I should try finding an editor or what, but I'm still in the very early stages, so I'm not at that point of concern just yet. Resulting in exactly the backlash everyone expected, and the unsurprising result of their boss rigging them over the coals and making them a scapegoat by forcing them to apologize publicly. And then having the artist as an icing on that cake complained that the editor should have caught it before publication, conveniently dodging any blame that might have been laid at their feet. Poor Hime, she got some crossfire there. I experienced almost all that and more at the last Servantfest. Then maybe having everyone from all the clubs apologize to her will help her calm down. That was the first thing we tried. No dice. She just said she won't accept any apologies and squished Blackbeard flat as a pancake. Oh, poor Beardy. Besides, there's a bunch of weirdos that have been gathering around Diamond Head since this morning. What's with them anyway? They got this crazy look in their eyes. Right, the UDK actually told me something else, too. Apparently, a cult has sprung up worshipping Chloe as their god. They call themselves... I'm not even gonna try. I really am not even gonna try to pronounce that one. Can't find a group of friends the second best thing, because I do that to your artwork in your first comic. That's true. That is fair. And they're actually an even bigger problem. According to them, Lady Chloe will awaken on day 5 and unleash hell upon artists who have yet to finish their drafts. Or something like that. I even heard they have their own beast god shrine maiden similar to Baoban. What a disaster, just when we had resolved the first and second calamities. Now we have a third to contend with. Muans. And for that, and one that came from our own ranks, that... how this saddens me. Chloe's the third calamity. I really don't want to admit it, but how could she not be? I mean, did you see her? Never mind. Yeah, good point. Okay then, let's figure out how we're gonna fix this. If we can't apologize to her and we can't fight her, then maybe we could let her keep sleeping until she stops being angry. I wonder if that would work. I know I said she wore herself out earlier. But knowing Chloe, she's probably just sleeping in at this point. So given her current size and comparing it to the data from all the time she slept in, I'd say there's a strong chance she wakes up in 3 days' time just as angry. That would make it day 5 of Servantfest, just like the cult is predicting. So we need to find a means of returning Lady Chloe to her old self before then. And yet we currently have no leads at all. I swear, where is Lord Merlin never around when you need him? I overheard the whole thing. Knock, you're already here. Sorry it took longer to wrap up my work for the Normalization Committee than I thought. But I can't just do nothing while Chloe needs help either. She was an exceptional editor and she deserves our support. Plus, I may have played a small part by asking her to manage my own doujin as well. And so, by virtue of who I am, I know a method we can use to get those spirits out of her. That method is finishing our books and making an offering of them to her. Dun 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 dun! Well, she froze up. Looks like Soul beat you to the punch, Knock. Hey, that's smart. So we can, use her own deification against her. Deification? She's already ascended to godhood. I mean, I get it, but doesn't that seem awfully fast? Well, that should only make this plan more effective. However stubborn she might be about ignoring our excuses, if she's a god now, then she'll have to read any books offered to her. Well, just to make sure that they get done. Alright, between all the clouds and so many books, Chloe wasn't able to see through to completion. So by giving them to her now, we can show our appreciation and help her see what a wonderful job she did. One other book in particular should be absolutely essential. Yeah, I know, I'll do it. When you get right down to it, it's my fault Chloe turned into an editing monster. This time I really will finish my draft, even if I only have 3 days. Wait, there's only 3 days? Even if I only have 3 days, I swear I'll get it done. Will you help me, Mio? Of course, don't worry. I've got this. There's software that make it easy to add backgrounds to comics now, so I can just finish my job with some time to spare. Oh, poor Ilya! I wonder if it's really me who's the heartless one. Then I'll contact the other Alliance members. Fortunately, their books are already finished, so once we have the printer makeup sample... No, forgive me, Mash, but I cannot condone that course of action. Sir Lancelot, what do you mean? I lack the certainty I need to speak up at the beginning, as I should have. No more, in my capacity as a Knight of the Round Table. No, simply as one of the con-goers who enjoyed Servantfest in the past, I must share my opinion. We began creating works in the Hawartoria genre expressly to defeat the Normalization Committee. I just said you need to place in the top 10. I never said anything about winning or losing. Heck, you don't even have to place higher than me. All I said was that I approve your alliance as long as you got enough votes. What? Really? Blackbeard! It was Blackbeard who brought up winning, oh no! I see, that does sound like a misconception you would make, and then we all followed his lead. Yikes, Lindsay Lochi is knocking on death's door now that he's had the ladder kicked out from under him. Don't worry about it, Lancelochi. You're basically still correct. Go on, you got this. Say what you gotta say. Thank you, Miss Suzuka. Your kindness is... well, I'm just very grateful. Alright, once again from the top. We began creating works in the Hawartoria genre to defeat the Normalization Committee. That is all well and good. Indeed, we now have some wonderful books celebrating our king as a result. But that is still not what Servantfest is about, or at least that is not what the last Servantfest was about. We cannot let ourselves be constrained by genre, the act of creation. No, doing what is right is inherently fierce. Those who walk that path should adhere openly and proudly to their beliefs, never hiding who they are. Even if it goes against the very regulations our king decided on. Sir Lancelot. Yeah, I mean, that is impressive, but what do you mean your king decided on? And so I say the books we offer to Chloe should not be bound to a single genre. They should flow from the passion unique to each club. Singular gems of creativity no other group could create, regardless of genre. You'll even wearing his armor for this. Well said, I can't argue with a single word of that. Sir Lancelot is absolutely right. Putting aside his own questionable conduct for the time being, now's the time for Anti-Servantfest Alliance to create new books that only they can. Attention all Alliance members. The Hawartoria-only genre has been restricted. Restriction has been lifted. I repeat, the Hawartoria-only genre restriction has been lifted. Oh no. Sounds good to me. Knowing them, they'll definitely jump right back into the Hellfire deadlines now that they can make whatever they want. Oh no. But are you okay with that, committee girl? You know this means all-out war, right? I know, give me a second. Fine, as the Normalization Committee's on-site representative, I accept this new declaration. But know that if there's any of this new work your club's turn in is half-assed, all of the members are arrested and sent to the re-education facility. It's fine with us, thank you. But re-education facility, good lord. Don't thank me, I'm doing this for Chloe. Everyone's rushing back to the club's headquarters. I guess they really did have other books they wanted to make. So this is where the real Servantfest begins. This is going to be the last 7 days. I doubt it. Are you hiding something, Cass? Oh, you mean my joining the UDK without telling you? I mean, conservation is important, right? What about you, Soul? Are you sure there's nothing you're keeping to yourself? You still haven't told everyone how you feel, right? Need a little more time, that's all. Just a little more time. I see, okay then, how about we both come clean after we help get Chloe back to normal? In the meantime, let's forget that we still haven't solved as much as a single mystery and go help the clubs with their books. Oh no. Not again. Please no. Please tell me I'm wrong about this. Please. Okay, these are just... Okay, those are just free quests. And while all those club progresses have turned over, I'm only seeing 2 new quests here. Only 2. The others are from progressing this... So we just need to do one more dojin in order to unlock the next section. Decisions. The thing is, I don't know how much materials it's going to take. Yes, I've got a lot of some of them, but I'm really lacking on the sodas. Really lacking on the sodas. I imagine that I'm going to have to get them all done, though, is the thing. Ugh. Which one? Asclepius. Mo. Asclepius, you're less depressing to look at because you're all alone there. Whereas when I look at this one, I feel sadness. Also, I have no idea where the others are. So, yeah, I'm gonna do Asclepius's because it's less depressing. It's less depressing to look at that one by itself rather than looking at it with 2 other fully blocked ones. Far less depressing. Oh, you really came. Thank you for taking time to come see us. We wanted to talk to you about our secret dojin, that is, the next book we want to make. You see, with the exception of Asclepius, we all agree on what kind of book we want to make next. To be clear, he's not opposed to our proposed direction. He just said he doesn't care what we do as long as it helps the field of medicine. So what do you have in mind? With our first dojin, we set out to make a book that would promote the importance of healthy living. I believe it made a meaningful difference in getting people to take better care of their health. Yeah, I think we painted a fairly realistic picture in terms of health and medical care. But aside from that, how can I put this? Well, we thought we might want to use this opportunity to make our next manga a sort of fable of sorts. Something a little off the beaten path that would get readers to think a little more fondly about their health and medical care. And that would get them to trust doctors even more than they hopefully already do. That was the idea for the next book we ultimately decided on. Fables? You want to tell a fictional story, then? Yes, that's right. Our goal is to showcase the greatness of medicine and the latest medical techniques through realistic fiction, and encourage patients to feel more comfortable about relying on doctors by painting them in a heroic light. Basically, we want to tell a story that portrays doctors as, well, the heroes they are. We even have a model and a title all ready to go. We're going to call it Super Dr. A. Hey, Super Dr. A! State-of-the-art monumental achievement. Asclepius getting some respect. However, at present, that's the only thing we agreed on. Turns out there's much more to making a manga than we originally thought. We now see it takes more than well-drawn art to make a good one. The storytelling aspect in particular is much more difficult than it looks, and we can't seem to make even a rough draft we're happy with. So we thought we would ask for your help, Master. I see. Well, if you really want our help, we'd be happy to oblige. At least this is something we can do. Well, that's the kind of youthful energy we were counting on. We'd appreciate any guidance you can offer us. We'd be happy with just advice on how to put a story together. Is there anything like that you can tell us? Best ring advice I have is probably observe and research as much as possible. Now that you mention it, that does make sense. But you're all in the same club, right? Do you really need to observe him? I don't know. I can't deny the possibility that we're having trouble coming up with story ideas for him. Because we're also used to his particular foibles at this point. True, a leader does need to keep some distance if they're going to maintain their charisma. The trick is to leave some room for the imagination to fill in the gaps. Constant close proximity isn't necessarily a good thing. As luck would have it, Asclepius is currently the only one of us off on his own at the moment. I believe he's out on one of his usual rare symptom hunts, or rather, his freewheeling house calls where he doesn't care who he treats. Hold on, we shouldn't be interfering with Dr. Asclepius' work. House calls are very important. If anything, we should be helping him, not just observing him. Of course, I don't mean to get in his way. We'll help out ourselves if the situation calls for it. Besides, he'd surely be upset if we did anything less than helpful. So even though we're going to research him, I think we'll have to do so by observing him and gathering information from a distance. I agreed. We may feel as though we know what kind of person he is, but we can't say for sure. There's definitely a chance we will find a hint for what to do with this story by observing him in a different light. Sounds like you're ready to get started. You're already at Bond 10 Asclepius. His Bond CE increases healing by 30%. That is pretty damn solid. Pretty damn solid. Okay. Delivery time. Okay, this is doable. So far, so good. I just gotta be careful not to click My Revolution. Next one. So now we should expect a quest? Or not? Different format this time? Question mark? This one, okay, that's actually surprisingly good to hear. That is surprisingly quite good to hear. Though, good gracious, this is taking a lot of materials. They changed the format? Oh god, that's good. Good gracious! I'm already almost out of the meals! Oh no! Okay, battle node now. Battle node, okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna go... If it's different format, I might do the Mo one as well. Or at least start it. I don't know. It depends on how long these two arrows are, I guess. I think I've got like 26 minutes left in me, and I do need to level up Melu. There he is. Fine, let's keep our distance while we follow him. Damn it, every last one of them's in great health. The Normalization Committee's health services must be working. Well, that isn't a bad thing. It sure is boring. Doesn't anyone have any interesting conditions? Unusual places are supposed to have unusual cases to study. Damn it. Blackbeard! It hurts! Oh no. Collapsing in agony and spiraling in place? Now that's something you don't see every day. Go on then, tell me what's wrong. Where and how does it hurt? Any idea what may have caused this? Oh, for a pretty boy, he's stronger than he looks. Oh no, Brobeard. Well, what are you waiting for? You're supposed to answer our doctor's questions quickly and honestly with all obedience of a slave. Yes, I know exactly what caused this. First, this morning I got a lottery ticket for the new limited edition figurine that went on sale today. But alas, when I went to buy it, I realized I'd gravely mistaken the store's opening time and it was completely sold out. It hurts, it hurts. It feels like my poor heart is about to burst from sheer envy and regret. No, wait. If one of those people who bought it turns out to be a scalper, I'll kill him and take it for myself. Why shouldn't I? I'm a goddamn pirate. On the other hand, his older out to be like-minded and comrades who want purely out of love, then I won't be able to do anything except curse my own stupidity. And that's why I'm suffering. Oh, poor Asclepius. Hey, why scoop me up in your strong but gentle arms if you're gonna just unceremoniously dump me back on the ground when you're done? This incredibly boring exam's over. As for your treatment, this should do the trick. A bandage? Wait, just a damn minute, dog. You can't expect me to heal my broken heart with a freaking band... Wait, I just realized I scraped my elbow a bit when I hit the ground. Is that what the bandage is for? Real weird. Oh no. That is such a cursed face. I think we all learned from watching him there. Is that when the symptoms bore him, his bedside manner is brusque. Are we sure this is a good idea? I think that... I'd say the fact he stays calm even while the patient is acting up proves he's a first-rate physician, no? One shouldn't be stingy with the resources when they're needed, but neither is there any sense in wasting them. Making judicious use of them is an important skill for any profession. Everyone in this club really sees things the same way. I guess that's part of what drew them together. Even so, don't you think he's a little unbalanced to use as your manga's protagonist? Are you really sure this is a good idea? That may be, but the results will speak for themselves, I think. Yeah, at least most likely. What's the big deal? Doesn't every memorable manga character have a quirk or two? Besides, it's not as though we have to depict our protagonist exactly like his model. We just need to take a few creative liberties. In fact, one of the secrets to maintaining good relationships is knowing when to overlook faults in another. Nobody's perfect, after all. Just a little life advice from your friendly neighborhood elder. That is actually good life advice. Right. Well, I don't think that's true to a fault, but... For instance, don't expect us to go overlooking certainly elderly Tao's tendency to try and brainwash everyone anytime soon. Oh, I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, when were we having lunch? At any rate, I think we should keep observing him for a while longer. We still need an idea of where to take the story. Good point, then let's keep tailing him. That's not the end of this node. Of course it isn't. Werewolves. Future General Attendee. Where's the next chapter? I want to read the next chapter already. A customer who read Unfinished Underground Dojin is raging out of control. Good grief. Sedated. Just wrote you a prescription for pancreation. I never devoted myself to refining it, so it should be more generic compound teacher and Achilles. But don't worry, it's still good enough to get the job done. Take care. No, that's pancreation. Is that a combat style? I'm guessing. Surprisingly violent and physically oriented. Should I write that down? No, that's alright. There's nothing surprising about it. Every good physician relies on their stamina. That's especially true in times of war, but no less for times of peace. There will always be more patients than there are medics, so endurance is essential for keeping up with treatment. That seems like it might be something worth writing down. I thought we were about to get to the combat portion of this. Okita, no! Where's your jetpack? Good timing. I've always found those blood-coughing fits of yours fascinating. How can a servant be so sickly? Which of your organs causes you to cough up blood? Why? Alright, leave it to me. Lie down, don't move a muscle. I'm justified in performing as many exams on you as I deem necessary. Do you mind if I vivisect you for science? Why me? Poor Okita. Personality changes instantly when dealing with rare and unusual cases. Write that down as has a passion for treating critically ill patients. That is a better way to phrase it, yes. Are you still sure about this? It feels like our notes are mostly fabrication at this point. We're not fabricating anything. We're just taking creative liberties. This section is as long as normal Dojin. Lovely. Yet any story ideas then? Good question. All we witnessed essentially amounted to Asclepius going about a typical day, so there was nothing particularly new or interesting. Indeed, if we're going to build a story around him, we're going to need more to work with. So that really was just a typical day for him, huh? I don't mean to speak ill of the guy, but can I ask a possibly stupid question? I get he's a medical genius, but don't you all think he goes too far? I'd be afraid of being one of his patients. Well, the answer to that would be... What are all the commotions about? Be careful, there seems to be some unrest up ahead. That's why you don't recommend Moe's section. Well, and Servantfest's gonna happen already. We can't wait any longer. I can only hold out so long. What are we supposed to do? Our hopes and dreams for it to keep growing and our impatience says nowhere to go. Uh-oh. Angry mob. Oh crap, this is not looking good. I only meant for this to be a casual get-together where like-minded fans could pray that the next Servantfest would go off without a hitch. But between the unexpected number of attendees and their overwhelming passion, it's just too much. Excuse me. This may well get ugly. Indeed, that is a dangerous number of people for a small enclosed space. If something's not done, those people could end up collapsing on top of one another or suffocating from a lack of oxygen. Perhaps we should try to evacuate the venue while there's still time. Though I can't say whether we'd make it in time to prevent a deadly breach. Whatever we can do, we have to do it! Right, let's split up and try and evacuate as many attendees as we can. Here goes nothing. This is why you recommend not doing margins. I got about 18 minutes, so it is going to come down to that. Just give me a Cass, and we're going to lamb it up. Come on, Slam, and welcome to the jam. Oh boy, some strong sabers. But there's archers and berserkers as well, so this should be fine. Sure, Infinity Lord. Sure. Go for it. 10 enemies total as well. I did catch that. Solid strike there, Lamb. We've already got another MP built. More sabers, though. Just, again, come on and slam and welcome to the jam. Lamb, you can do it. Delete them all. Okay, final two. Lamb's already got NP ready and raring to go. 10k bond from Parvati is bond 6. Nice. I'm pretty close to being bond 9 for both my commas. Pretty close. I think I'm like in the 20k bond range for the two of them for bond 9. But then it's the journey to bond 10, which is probably going to take a while. And I think I'll probably have face melt to bond 14 before I get them to bond 10. Right, that was that one done. So the final arrow should go relatively quickly if it holds true. Oh, there's Bakeen. So come on, go quickly. Favorite is very first which is magma bound. Sure, go ahead and tell me. What the? I can't move. The hell am I hallucinating? It feels like our passion is fogging up the place. It's so hot, can't breathe. Feel dizzy. Did Asclepius just release nerve gas? Looks like we were too late. I was afraid of this. Understood. Initiating emergency search and rescue. So many people here. We need to work together to evacuate them before we... Oh, look at him go. He's a spitting image of the wind deities Feng Bo and Thalion. Those of you feeling sick, lie down where you are until I can come check on you. Those of you who can move, head to the exits. While you do not push, do not panic, and do not step on the other patients. The first thing we need to do is improve the ventilation. Open the windows and get some fresh air in here. Are you a doctor? Yes, now stay there and let me handle this. This is no ordinary asphyxiation. The fog is toxic miasma. It must have leaked from the bodies of certain attendees collected in the air. And mingled with magical energy, all this passion is created and resulted in an unusual reaction. In which case, these medicinal herbs should do the job. Here, chew on this for a while, but don't swallow it. It should help you feel better. Well, you're right. I do feel much better now. Thank you, Doctor. Good. Okay, next, I'll get to everyone eventually, but if you have any unusual symptoms, speak up. This is both an order and an obligation. Got that? Make sure your foolish patients speak up, or else. I can't do anything but watch right now since I can't fight the Tide people, but... Oh, look at him go. How's he able to treat so many patients so quickly? I'm sure part of it's because he finds these symptoms interesting. That's not all of it. It's so obvious we tend to forget it, but there's another crucial element at work here. Yes, indeed, he's Asclepius. No matter how fanatical, overbearing, or unconventional he may seem, he's still known as the god of medicine with good cause. And his raison d'etre has always been to be a hero who saved lives with medicine. And not only that, but he saved them in such a way that none can deny his contributions. And so effortlessly that it seems like the most natural thing in the world. Most important rule of the heroic doctor is always save the patient. Alright, so we finally found the core of what to build our manga story around, no? This is no time for idle talk. Once the rush of people has died down, that's when we move in to help. Follow Dr. Asclepius' lead. Fun level, someone fluke level from 53. You got past 50% without dying. 53rd. Later half is a bit harder than the first half, so it was a massive fluke. Hey, flukes count. And finished. What's with the look? I thought you were helping because you were on board with this project now. Is it too fantastical? No, it's not that. Yes, while the story's plot is allegorical and completely unrealistic, I have no issue with the accuracy of its depictions or the practice of medicine. Setting to one side that it's fictional, this manga should improve trusted doctors and spread awareness of the benefits of modern medicine. Blech. And what is the issue? It's the doctor protagonist, A. He reminds me of someone, but I can't think of who. It's nagging at me. Well, no matter. Oh, Asclepius. There's no way a doctor who looks and acts like this ridiculous actually existing. Oh, Asclepius. I get it, you just don't have a shred of self-awareness. Well, not much to be done about that. Good grief, at least we managed to finish in time. I have to say, drawing comics is far more taxing than I imagined. Still, it's also been a great learning experience. Story composition, dramatic tension, comic relief, build-up, payoff, and foreshadowing and raising stakes. Indeed, one can never be too proficient when it comes to moving hearts and minds. Did you just say you feel taxed? That sounds like fatigue, which could be a sign of more serious condition. We need to examine you. Maybe he has some kind of malady peculiar to those drawing dojin. Yeah. Certainly not impossible. Perhaps this warrants further inspection. Come now, stop that. I'm a medical professional myself. There's no need to trouble yourself on my account. Hang on, maybe I could save myself by creating talismans that make drawing easier on the body. I could customize them to focus on stiff shoulders, lower back pain, and tendonitis. And then, once they take off and everyone starts buying them, I could sneak in puppet program and... Oh, this sounds like a dream come true. Elixir focused on reviving the pains that come with drawing could be a good idea. They were so close to ending on a happy note, but now it feels like they're back to square one. And it's okay, they're heroes that take medical stuff seriously. That sounds like an awful lot like me. Oh, an awful lot to me, like you're not worried about what they might do when they're not practicing medicine. And then again, I guess that's just what happy infirmary is like. A group of professionals who dedicated their lives to medicine. Without them, I'm sure the medical field in proper human history wouldn't be nearly what it is now. And this dojin they just made which proves how passionate they are about it. This is one of the things I love about Servantfest. Okay, I've got about 11 minutes left. That's actually a pretty cool cover. That's about 11 minutes remaining before I want to call stream. I still have to level up Melu. I can possibly at least start the dojin involving Mo, mainly because I kind of doubt I have the materials to fully finish it. Let's lock that down. According to a certain rumor, somewhere in this world there's a remarkable underground doctor who never stays in one place but continues to travel hither and yon. If someone living in the West has a strange cough, he purses his lips and says, I've never heard it sound like that before. If someone living in the East gets their arm caught in a rock in an accident, he approaches them and says, I've never seen it bend at such an angle. If he seems happy when encouraging these things, that's probably just your imagination. Through the latest medical technology that is constantly being updated, along with the chiseled body hidden beneath the white coat thanks to the ancient Greek fighting art pancreation, the man continues to face the patients to fulfill his calling as a doctor rather than money or for praise. His name, a super doctor. Dr. A. They just had to sneak in that bit about a chiseled body. That is hilarious. I'm doing it! No guts, no glory! No guts, no glory. Hello, Miss Green. We came to see how the clothiers are doing. Welcome. Yeah. We were just discussing what we were going to do for our second dojin. Now that we've come this far, we've definitely got to go all the way. All the way? Does that mean? Yes, indeed, as Lancelot said, we need to see our aspirations through. We're very happy with how our first book turned out. In fact, I believe we were able to exhibit Mordred's dazzling youthful good looks to the fullest extent, but I still have regrets that I wasn't able to share Count Vlad's valiant figure with the rest of the world. Well, I'm not going to live with those regrets any longer, which means... For our second dojin, clothiers will officially be making a Count Vlad book. Hell yeah, now that I'm really glad I left Bristine to come here. Oh, that's great! You should be done with it fairly soon, since you were in the middle of making your Count Vlad book before you had to put it down. I'm afraid it's not that simple, Mash. Mori already taught us all sorts of things for the first book. We couldn't have finished it without him. and for how we understand Dojin better than we did before. Right, Crane? Oh yes, now that we know more, we want to see what we can do. So you're saying you think we might be able to remake our original book idea into something even better, right? That's what I told my friend, that teaming up would probably make things better. A team up, so you're making a book that focuses on Mo and Count Vlad. Exactly. Doesn't that seem like it would be the best of both worlds? So that's why we're going to make, all together now, a Vlad and Mordred collaboration photo book. Wow, that sounds like a wonderful idea. Doesn't it? They're both huge stars in their own right, after all. Oh yes, they're both superstars. Take a star that you love, and a star that you love. You're doing a musical now. Put them together, and they're sure to shine even brighter. Good applause, Mash. As you can see, this plan makes us happy enough to break out into song. Yes, that does sound like a great idea, but in that case, you're going to need Moriarty's help again. No, we're not going to call on Moriarty for our second book. Really? But you worked so well together on your first. What happened? Did you have a big fight and part ways over creative differences or something? No, nothing like that. If anything, he has every right to be angry with me after all the trouble I put him through. Really, we wouldn't have started this club at all if he hadn't approached us. Flashback? Why is there a flashback? It's fine, it's going fine. Still on a good pace, I'm sure. Hey, Crane. Yes, Heavy Cat. It's gonna be summer soon, right? And summer means Servantfest session. Right on. Which also means cosplay season is almost here. Man, I love cosplay. Just watching people stroll around in costumes makes me happy. I wonder if there's anyone dressed in a bridal gown. I bet there will be. Excuse me. Oh yes, I'm sure there'll be someone wearing any kind of outfit we can think of. What I love about cosplay is the act of taking a previously fictional outfit and making it reality with your own hands. It's like wearing a dream. Visions of summer, mon amour, for you shall never die. Careful, Crane, you're melting. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? We'll have to go to Servantfest together when the big day rolls around. I just wish we could have joined a club too. I know, but there doesn't seem to be any place for tailors at a Dojin festival. Not necessarily. Really? Wait, who said that? I couldn't help but overhear your conversation, and I think I might be able to help. Oh, Moriarty, hello. What would you say if I told you I could get you both into Servantfest as more than attendees? Oh, I see. You want us to make your own cosplay? Sure, we can do that. How's a wedding dress sound? I'd be more than happy to make you one of those. No, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about the two of you forming a club and making your own book. Oh my. You can turn anything into a Dojin as long as you're good at it. For example, you can make a book full of original outfit designs. Wow, I never thought of that. Though, of course, designs alone would have rather limited appeal, so you maybe want to make your book stand out from a crowd. What do you think, Crane? Sounds like fun to me. Me too, Happy Cat. I'm glad to hear that. But let me ask you this. Will you team up with me and make a Dojin together? Hell yeah. Oh yes, I would be glad to. Wonderful, I'm glad to hear it. What is it? I'm just surprised you didn't ask me what I'm up to. Most people would be immediately suspicious of someone inviting them to make a new Dojin club out of nowhere. Like, what kind of scam are you trying to pull, or something along those lines? Why would we be suspicious? Why would we be suspicious? You didn't say anything shady here. Exactly. Even if you demand a fee, we're still offering a way to help us get into Servantfest. That's cause for gratitude in my book, not suspicion. You two truly are creatures of pure goodness, aren't you? Well, the truth is, I have no malicious ulterior motive. I merely wanted to try my hand at running a small operation. At any rate, thank you for accepting. I look forward to working together. Oh no, this is already feeling pretty long! And that's how our summer began. It's all been so much fun, like a dream come true, like a dream come to life. I would never thought I would be part of that dream. One truly never knows what fate has in store. Why did you jump clothiers, Count Vlad? Miss Crane paid me a visit. She told me, why are we going through so many flashbacks? I'm glad you're the hottest servant I stand this summer. Okay, that's not a long flashback, thank God. Back then, From there, she proceeded to speak with a mixture of English, French, and a strange squawking sounds that may or may not have been words. It was a most entertaining sight. I'm glad you enjoyed it. At any rate, the point I ultimately took away was that I was at the top of Miss Crane's list. List? What list? It's a list full of outfits, all the ideas for outfits I came up with after seeing various people. Before I knew it, it had grown to the size of a small book. I think that might already be a Dojin in its own right. This section here's my list for all the servants I stand the most who had no plans for Servantfest. You can do it, Infinity Lord, I believe. And Count Vlad was at the very top. Suffice to say, she was quite persuasive, and following a good tailor's request is in line with noblesse oblige. I'm glad I did so. It was clearly the right choice. Thank you so much for the kind words. But yes, as I was saying, I never would have made a club with Habitat or invited Glad to join it. If it hadn't been for Moriarty giving me this opportunity. The problem is, I let myself get too reliant on him. I can't imagine what the kind of physical and mental anguish we must have put him through over the course of our first book. So I figured he deserved to rest. Besides, it was all our idea to do a second one. I feel the same way, so that's why we're going to try making the second book all on our own. Luckily, Marge is on board too, and already out gathering materials for us right now. Ah, this is so exciting! Anyway, we better get back to work, Max P. Understood, please take care of ourselves. There's still more! Senpai, do you think Clothiers is going to be okay? They might have trouble finishing in time. Yes, that's true. Miss Crane and Habitat are extremely talented, but they're still on a tight schedule. I think we should talk to Moriarty after all. Right, maybe he'll have some good advice. Although he hasn't left his hotel room since they finished their first book. Perhaps... Yes, it's done! I got the first node done! Okay, let's see how many of the gifts I can give. Means I'll be forced to heavy grind and try and fit us off Poltergeist. You can do it, Infinity Lord, I believe. Another one. Okay, we're doing good so far. We're doing good. Still doing good. Wait, this was a read? I didn't even see this. No! Gosh, I thought this was a gift right now. I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, I was not paying attention. Oh no, my game just crashed. Oh no. My game just crashed on me, guys. My game just crashed on me. Oh no. Oh no, I can't believe my game just crashed. I can't believe my game just crashed. Oh man. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to abort this. I'm gonna have to abort the mission because I mean there's no time. I still have a Melusine to level up. Let me just make sure it's still there, real quick, and that I didn't screw something up. Not what I want to check. Okay, it's still there. Yeah, my game definitely just crashed there. It was definitely a game crash that happened. Nothing else. I need foes. Okay. So I'm done speaking before 3 hours, so now I can just level up Melu, and then I'm going to be done. Show me only the foes. If you put it in the thing, then there is a chance. If you put it in the stream suggestions things. I know, I mean, sometimes my luck just is on point. Alright. Foe it up. We're foeing up, up. We're foeing up. Yes, I am watching Melu. You did not change your appearance at all, Melusine. So I have no opinion on if you got cuter or not. Okay. Things are going fine right now. Things are going fine. You do get stronger even in summer, obviously. I'll believe you. Well, it was just now, but yes. I will look into the matter. I will look into the matter. I can't say by when I will look into the matter, but I will look into the matter. Okay. Little dog compared to Ascension? A little bit, yes. Alright. Ascension 1 is giving way to Ascension 2. For Summer Melu. Alright, so that's her second Ascension. Cool. Oh, this is a surprise. Even though my horns were exposed, they're not tanned at all. But this color's not bad. True. It is not. Since it's close to the coloring of my original self. This is all thanks to someone having me in their thoughts. Right. Mel, you're not tan in general. I don't know why you expected your horns to get tanned. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Next Ascension. It looks like we're gonna get through the Ascensions for Summer Mel. Fine. The main question is the skills. Not yet. Hold on a little longer. I'm in the middle of making a new skin using the resources I got. Okay. So her new skin's gonna be more silvery, because all she's been getting is silver pieces. Yep, I'm past the 3-hour mark, but that's fine. It's fine. This leveling up is gonna be the last... Leveling and skilling up is the last thing I'm doing in this stream. Of course, Mel, of course. And honestly, if Night Rain was getting its update tonight, I would probably still be going because the Night Sovereign would have just dropped. Oh, so her final ascension is just her combat mode. I'm a dragon, a ruler, and I'm on vacation. This is the right amount of weaponry. What do you think, Master? You like cute things, but you like cool things too, right? I honestly like all of her ascensions. All of her ascensions are pretty darn solid. So yeah, Sir Melusine gets a big thumbs up for me. Also, I just noticed that I am now breaching into the class embers here, because I just used some saber class gems. If you do trio, you need a lot of shells. I think I've got a lot of shells. And welcome, Viper. Welcome to the tail end of the stream. That's a final ascension artwork. I knew what the blue sky was like from Albion's memories. But I didn't think it would be so different when I actually flew through it. Sadness struck my heart every time I flew through the twilight sky. But this sky seems to sweep my heart away. I've already said it several times, but thank you, Master. You've been lurking? Thanks for giving me a new future. So you saw how my game crashed just a little bit ago. The remnants of the dragon that lamented not being able to return home managed to find something even greater. Now it's grabbed on and is holding tight with the sharpest talons in this planet. That is both sweet and a little on the obsessive side there, Melu. Sweet and a little bit on the... Oh, we got a super! Yes! Super success achieved! And that is a max leveled Melu outside of Grayling, which I'm not gonna worry about. So now we skill her up. Hopefully well enough. She's gonna be down there. Alright, yep. Looks like just gems, so this is gonna be... Is she gonna join the Stalker gang? I could see it. No, she would be her own Stalker. She would not join a team. She would not join a team on its own. Alright, but it does indeed look like we have this. Melu is going to get to 666, and I think I am going to start my sign-off for the stream here. So, I have been Solrak Dragon. I thank you all so much for coming out to this stream and to this video if you're watching this on YouTube. If you enjoyed, please leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit, which means liking the video if you enjoyed it, commenting on it if you have anything to say, like insulting, like making fun of me for my game crashing at that immensely opportune moment. Yeah. Subscribe to me on YouTube, so it shows some excellent support. Follow me on Twitch so you know when I go live. Join the Discord, it is in the description down below. And most importantly of all, I want you all to have a fantastic evening, everybody.